sidebar.
Yeah, I'll just let the intro go while you do your intro.
Yep.
Intro.
Yeah.
Intro.
Welcome, everybody, to the WMGSO channel with our very special guests, Kim, Fraser, and Joe, here to play Final Fantasy Tactics for you all today. Feel free to check us out at WMGSO.org, and if you are still inclined, our Indiegogo campaign at album.WMGSO.org. We'll put a link in the chat. How y'all doing today?
Pretty good. So, yeah, we've been casually learning the FF Tactics speedrun, and
yeah, this is the any percent no math for the North American version. So we'll actually be demonstrating the first chapter of that more or less here.
So for a brief and shining moment, we're a speedrun channel. Yay!
Hey.
yeah, so because the speedrun for chapter 1 takes about an hour and a half, so that's
Perfect.
approximately a good time for the WMGSO.
Yeah.
All the letters.
Yep. Yeah, most of them are in there. Yes.
Yeah, except we're also having mulled wines, so that time may be
That time of
fluid.
year,
Yep.
feeling good.
Yeah,
We'll see how we do.
We'll go through. We'll talk a little bit about the run, about the game, and other things.
Yeah, so first, FF Tactics, it was after FF7, if I remember
Yeah, I
right.
think it was between 7 and 8 is when it came out.
Yeah.
And initially it was sort of a lesser-known game. They pushed out. It's of course a tactics game.
The Lion War!
Yeah, we can watch this lovely, extremely dated-looking intro here.
Yeah.
Get a little
I
preview
know.
of things come.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. Famous line right there. Blame yourself for God.
I think it still looks awesome.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
great.
That's got a good art direction.
Yep. But so this.
Oh,
that's okay.
apparently I'm coming through. Well, Fraser also has such a booming voice.
Yeah. I'll try to not be quite so loud here.
Oh man, the read flute, that's important.
Yeah, we'll get to that for sure. But yeah, so this came out sort of in the mid PlayStation era, and was a bit of a sleeper at first.
Oh gosh.
But
I'm sorry. Oh god.
Joe.
Streaming party foul.
that's okay. I think we've gone through every party foul known to streaming at this
Yeah.
point, so.
I meant to be chat only. That was my bad. I did say we had mulled wine and no preparation, and we
Yep.
do.
Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy
Cheers.
early holidays,
Happy
everybody
holidays.
watching.
Yes.
So I guess whenever we want, we can
Yeah.
get started. I don't know if we want to chat a little more or get right into
no,
the.
I'm
All right,
good.
let's do it.
It mostly, so this came after 7. Its music is very much not like 7 at all, which I think is super interesting.
Yeah, so the composer whose name I am blanking out on at the moment, should have done my research, but it's the same composer for Vagrant Story and Final Fantasy XII. And yes, this is the original PlayStation version. So
For specific reasons.
yeah, so we're going to be demonstrating part of the speedrun, and the speedrun utilizes some very important glitches that they quite smartly patched out of all future versions.
I'm just going to go ahead and...
Yeah,
Go for
so
it,
let's
yeah.
go ahead and get started here.
It's Hitoshi Sakamoto.
Yes, Sakamoto.
Hi, Earthen.
Yeah, so he was the composer for all of the various Evilist games, and this is one of them. So Final Fantasy XII and Vagrant Story is also in the same universe.
Oops.
And I believe they're known for Arpeggii.
Yes.
Tell me about Arpeggii.
I can tell you nothing about Arpeggii. I'm not a
Okay.
music theorist.
Yeah, we're kind of the wrong people to talk about
yeah,
music other than the
I
music's
thought it
really
was
good.
a game.
Oh, no.
That is the plural of arpeggios. We learned something already, and we've been streaming for 2 minutes. Yeah.
So for those not familiar with the game, it's in more of a medieval setting, so it's not really like FF7 or FF8.
Which is more like urban fantasy
Yeah,
or,
like urban fantasy. This is very much, castles and kings and queens and knights and such. And so here we have our intro sequence.
So here's a cool fact about Final Fantasy Tactics. Our friend George literally left the Catholic Church because of it.
Dang.
Yeah, this game does get into some deep religious stuff. About,
Well, I'm not sure how deep the religious stuff so much as just the church as a political figure.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
there's a Jesus guy too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a Jesus figure for jerseys.
Yeah, definitely having doubt in the church is a big theme of this.
Hi, Wealthy.
Hello.
Hi, Spotulous.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Hello.
All right, and so here, the princess is being guarded by a group of holy knights. So there's Agrius, Lavian, and Alicia, which we'll be seeing more of later.
Yes, the story starts in Media Res.
Yes,
Ah,
and then there's a group of mercenaries led by a guy named Gafgarian, who's the guy in the sort of dark armor there. And then the guy in the purple shirt there is our hero,
It's us.
R, or Ramza as
It's
he is.
purple armor,
normal.
I think.
Yeah, it's supposed to be armor, but it kind of looks like just a weird
It just looks
sweater.
like-
It looks like he went to the Uniqlo and came out looking great.
Yep.
My purple puffer jacket, my matching silvered gloves and pants.
Knee-high
Yeah.
boots,
The beehive, the space.
thigh highs even.
Yeah.
So handsome.
Mm-hmm.
So if I recall from one of the speed runs of this that I watched, this is a very clutch 4 to 8 minute
Yeah.
opening sequence in which the player gets very little control because
Yeah.
you can only control Ramza.
Yep.
So this one is pretty much a crapshoot depending on how the AI goes. Yeah, I can commentate this game. I know
Yep.
the hell out of this game.
Yep. So here Kim is not that one you want to.
Oh,
Yeah, the controls in the menus can be a little slippery, and here we're actually doing a bunch of settings to make them go even faster. Yeah, so the speedrun category, this is any percent no math. So it's anything goes, but you can't use calculator skills to do math, which for anyone who's played this game before, you know is extremely broken. And then this is the North American version, so it's NA. So any percent no math NA is the full speedrun category.
yes, and the single letter name was part of the run.
Oh, yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I misunderstood. Yeah, so the reason we are R is anytime text is rendered, it's one letter at a time, and so that saves just a little bit of time.
This will become
throughout the game.
painfully apparent
Yes.
after this battle,
Yeah.
how the text renders.
Yeah, there's another fun, famous line coming up here soon. Oh, wow, she has MP switch.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so one fun thing about this battle, in addition, yeah, we hate math here. It's
There's
terrible.
music and math. They're just
Yeah.
bitter enemies.
But so this fight, not only can we only control Ramza, but also everyone has sort of random skills, so it can kind of go any which way. It's basically impossible to lose, but it can go fast or slow.
Does the story change if you win or lose?
Nope.
I don't think it's possible to lose. I guess maybe if you tried, then I believe it is game over.
yeah, no math makes the game just ridiculously easy.
Yeah. So a big thing is you'll see as the run goes on here is that basically it's very easy to unlock skills, and so you just need to route for unlocking jobs, and we'll get into what that means a little more once it becomes relevant in the next couple battles. But getting unlocked enough to use math is very easy. And at that point, what the math skill does is it lets you basically cast spells anywhere. Yeah, they'd be pretty. I think maybe if you had Ramza attacking Gafgarian, you might be able to take him out.
But
I've
we
never
have
tried
plenty
it.
of time for that.
Yes.
Yeah, especially having played this a bunch recently, we've been talking a lot about how someone looked at a small baby and decided this baby's going to be named Gafgarian.
It's probably
He
he
was
looks
na-
like a Gafgarian, wouldn't you
Yeah.
say?
Well, he's named after his paw, you see.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And someone looked at that baby.
Yeah, it's Gafgarians all the way down.
look at these cool kids right
Oh,
here.
boy.
Hi, Conrad.
Wish you were here.
Please tweet a picture of our dog into the chat.
Yeah, so here we see Gafgarian just using his hate lasers
Just
to blow
hecking
some
things up.
dudes.
Please, Sir Gafgarian was my father's name. Thanks, Earthen, for cracking the same
Yeah.
joke.
So who's gonna come after Gafgarian?
Neo Gafgarian.
Oh!
I had that joke ready.
Always ready.
I'm not
Always
allowed
ready.
to make jokes.
Yeah, it doesn't make much of a difference in battle. In fact, it makes no difference in battle, but I find that when I'm just impatient, I'm just like
Yeah,
mashing.
just,
Right, right.
mashing.
Just like a true speedrunner.
Totally,
If you
yeah.
want to meet any of us in person, we'll all be at AGDQ,
Yay.
except
Yeah.
for in the audience. Not,
Yes.
not
No.
okay.
Yeah. I can barely remember, like, off the cuff, like, the formations for this first chapter.
Yeah, I mean, I think my best run of this, which there is no recorded proof of, so I could just be making it up, but it was only like 2 hours shy of the world record. It's
What?
actually not terrible.
Yeah, that sounds tranquil.
That's awesome.
I think based on speedrun.com, that put me at like 7th or 8th place, but I'm pretty sure people just don't submit with times
Yeah,
like that
basically.
anymore, so...
I'm pretty sure my mile run time is just 2 hours short.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
All right.
So,
survived the first
we
battle.
were sitting here guarding the princess, but it was a ruse, and this handsome fellow is capturing her.
Oh,
But wait, this guy's supposed to be dead.
but he just punched her in the stomach. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
What a jerk.
Knocking folks out.
I kind of wonder if that,
Yep,
like,
don't blame
versus
yourself.
face slaps, where, like, maybe it was just easier to fake animate.
Yeah.
I feel like face slaps would be more effective.
No, there is
Well,
one
well, in this
face
case,
slap.
like, it's...
Yeah, Malik
Yeah.
slaps rough.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
battle.
right. That's brutal.
Yeah.
Well, he's trying to, like, pick her up and, like, get on a chocobo,
And
so...
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah, for
couldn't
this
punch
one.
her in the solar plexus like everybody else.
Did not know this game was speedrunnable. Actually, I didn't either until
Yeah.
Fraser just started mentioning that he was doing it.
Yeah, so yeah, look at this text right here.
Yeah, so another famous line's coming up, and everybody spell along when we get there.
Alright.
But yeah, there's actually quite a few speedrun categories, and they're all for the original PlayStation version. Even the glitchless, they tend to not do War of the Lions, because War of the Lions has animation speed problems.
Yeah.
Had
there might
no
be some other
jobs.
reasons.
Little
Money.
Oh,
Yep, anyway. And hey, if we just decide to roll the stream a few more hours, we can see big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say we got inspired to start speedrunning this because of El Magus's run at RPG Limit Break this past year.
Well, also, like, our friend Chris, who has been on the stream previously, was speedrunning FF7, and so we were all, Fraser and I were talking about, you know, if you were to speedrun a game, what would you speedrun?
Yeah, I initially tried FF5 actually, which is another one of my favorite games.
Because you've been doing 4-job
Yeah,
Fiesta.
I've been doing a lot
Yeah.
of 4-job Fiesta runs, and just as part of that, so it's a challenge run / charity event for Final Fantasy V, where you use a limited palette of 4 jobs to complete the game. And I started picking up on some of the speedrun tricks just because it's a lot easier if you're playing the game a whole bunch of times to pick up on those tricks and learn how to utilize them for challenge runs. And so I tried speedrunning 5 and realized it wasn't for me, and then I thought, well, I like FF Tactics. Let's give that one a shot.
So
Yeah.
would you say you're at the point where it's hard to play the game casually? Because I feel like I hear that about a lot of speedrunners.
I haven't tried to go back and play
Uh-huh.
FF Tactics casually since, because if I'm playing it, I'm probably going to be practicing the run. But I probably could. I like weird challenge runs and things, so I've done a lot of weird challenge runs.
I mean, before, you know, achievements were a thing, like, FF Tactics was a game in high school that you and our group of friends were doing, you know, Ramza only, or,
Yeah.
you know, there was already, even back then, no math runs, because,
Yep.
you know,
All
everyone
right.
knew how.
Sure.
Here's
Yeah.
our first real battle,
All
and
right.
Kim's boldly not going to save here.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So here's
Crazy.
the first case where some randomness comes in. So if we're lucky, we're going to have a high faith Scorpio lady.
Nope.
Nope. All right, yeah. So we'll be hiring some gals after
Run
this fight.
dead.
This game is all about Scorpios.
Yeah. So for those not familiar, every character in this game has a zodiac sign.
Oh, wow. Never had a
and-
calc.
Yeah. Calculators are good. They take a while to unlock if you don't know how.
You do have to know how to use them.
Yes, they are complex but powerful, and then you're casting Holy or
Just
Flare
like
on
me.
everyone, yeah.
And hard to unlock? Right.
We should have shown a shot of the job chart.
Yeah.
Like the job tree that I consulted many times in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Another fun fact about this video game, our friend Ted Y wrote one of the first game facts for it.
Yeah.
He wrote a Deepest Dungeon guide.
Yep. That place is tough. We will not be seeing Deepest Dungeon today, or ever in the speedrun.
That's okay, tune in
First
next
down.
week for my Deepest
Nice.
Dungeon only run. I am not going to do that.
Yep.
Narrator. It didn't.
All right, so one thing that we will not be seeing this run is optimal camera strategies.
Yeah, camera strategies, I think, sort of started as a joke in the community for speedrunning the game. They're like, moving the camera, but now actually optimal camera is definitely a thing.
And that's because sometimes when you cast spells or use summons, the computer will change the camera for you, and it will do so slowly.
Yeah, so it'll always move camera after action, and you can change the camera mid-action, so you end up saving a decent amount of time. Oh, nice, he has throw stone.
Yeah, that's actually been a rarity lately.
Oh, and the push, that'll be interesting.
Yeah, whoops.
We'll see what happens with that. That may have thrown this battle off. So this battle, despite being the first real battle, a lot of people have played this, casually before, probably found this to be one of the hardest when they didn't understand all the systems.
All right, we're going to do our first instance of beating up our buddies.
Yeah. So the other thing about this game, you get experience and job points, which are used to unlock abilities by taking any action that does something that changes the state of the battle. So dealing damage, healing, buffs, debuffs, anything like that will get you experience. It turns out the most easy to control way to get experience because of that is to beat up your friends. So we're going to see a lot of that. I also noticed the chemist is going to be minimum compatibility with Ramza, so that'll make this a little interesting. We're going to do a lot less damage with Ramza.
So if you're more compatible, you do more damage to your allies?
To anybody. So the way the compatibility system works, you'll notice everyone has a zodiac sign on their little character card. I think that's Sagittarius. I don't actually know all the signs. I know the ones I care about for the speed run. So Ramza's a Taurus.
Taurus.
Yeah, and so anytime there's any interaction between two characters, whether it's hitting a character with another character, or you cast a spell, a healing spell, a damage spell, there will be a multiplier based on how compatible your two signs are. And so the reason that we were looking for Scorpios among our ladies is that having a Scorpio lady and a Taurus man, they have maximum compatibility. And so we're going to be picking up some gals who are going to be very compatible with our boy Ramza. So
yes, this is a fairly heteronormative game.
Yeah, a little bit.
Always a chicken trick.
Yeah, so
yeah, chicken's good.
Ramza a Taurus makes him most effective
I should have just killed
a
Delta.
majority of the enemies that we fight throughout.
Well, as long as you get your job point goals here.
And in case you wondered why Kim was worried about the throwstone moving one guy earlier, it's because a lot of this speedrun involves predictable AI patterns and forcing the AI to do things with the little dudes it can control.
Yeah, so Delta, who was the guy in the gold armor who captured the princess in the prologue sequence, he's now our bud. We're in the military academy together, and in this fight you basically want him to punch a guy once and then run away. But now he's all up in the enemy team, so we're just going to have our guys fool around here a little bit, get some experience and job points, and wait for them to take Delta out.
They're going to take Delta out, and chasing them just takes so much more time.
Screw that traitor.
Yeah, so here, the goals for this battle is we need to make sure that at least one character besides Ramza unlocks the wizard job, which means taking actions as a chemist. Ideally, it is the lady because...
Tabitha.
Yeah, Tabitha in this case, because ladies in this game are slightly better at magic and guys are slightly better at physical fighting. We will end up... Yeah, a little heteronormative there. However, it is, works out okay that it has that break, because that means we can just get ladies and have a lot of magic, because magic spells are really good in this game.
Just like usual.
Get ladies, get magic.
Oh, Hamza. I like the way you pronounce things, because I always pronounced it Ramza and Delita, and for the life of me, I can't remember how they pronounce them in War of the Lions when there's voice acting.
Yeah, I don't actually remember either. I just decided how I pronounce it many years ago, and that was that.
I love the little voices and the little animations in War of the Lions. They're sweet. Those little colored pencil drawing animations.
Yeah, no, they're nicely done. War of the Lions, so anyone who wants to play this game, and if you don't want to speedrun it, War of the Lions for PSP, and then it's also on iOS, so it's not a great port, but the PSP version is very good. It has more content, it has some nice changes. The only thing is they fixed a lot of the bugs and such, and it has some animation issues where they animate slowly. But overall, it's a good version of the game. Definitely worth picking up if you've never played it before.
Yeah, and the thing that I love about FF Tactics Forever and Ever is that the storyline is pretty engaging, where you kind of have your main Final Fantasy, but like
Oh no.
it's so much
Well,
momentum of the
that could be a
story.
problem. Did Ramza get enough JP? You could try rushing him down.
Let's see.
Yeah, let's check that. So that's really bad.
I don't think he did.
Yeah,
So what happened?
So Ramza died.
Oh.
Okay, and he's still on JP.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start this one over.
Yep.
Well, at the very least, give me a second. I do have backup
First
saves.
restart.
Hey. So we'll do a little backup save here.
So we are going to be restarting a good deal in this game too. Mostly entirely. This is, just bad luck. But we will also be restarting to avoid random
If I
encounters. on
didn't
the world
overwrite
map.
that one.
No Garland with Archer, so you should be good.
No. This is the after Garland.
No, it's January 1st. Oh, you're right. Yeah, after the battle. Yeah,
It's
you don't
after the
have
battle.
All right, yeah. Let's start over then.
Alright, sorry. Whoops. Whoops.
Whoop.
Well, our stress is starting the game.
Yeah, too bold.
It's 20 minutes in, and we're just starting the game for the first time. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Yep.
Yep. Welcome,
Yep.
Brave
Never
Warrior
played this
R.
game before, so just kind of making up as we go. Oh,
That's
no,
okay.
not that.
Taurus.
We had to do something similar last week because we just got to a point in Donkey Kong where we couldn't go back to the save point. So it was either like start the most of the game over again or just
Yeah.
Ah, cool. Then we can pure banter over this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
pure banter.
So yeah, this game, especially when you're doing the speed run, it's this first block of the game that's
Yeah.
the most random and hardest.
Yeah.
There was sort of a series of bad luck that spiraled out of control there.
Yeah, that's right. Demo stream.
Yep,
Yeah.
we're just going to do our Vaughn Monastery in the first 20 minutes
Yeah.
of the next fight repeatedly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it'll just be like Dave's stream.
Yeah, we're gonna get further than that stream. Granted, we're doing this in like the most optimal way, and as I recall, that was doing the game in the least optimal way.
Yes, I believe so. I think we showed up for like midway through, and you could already tell Kim's fingers were like twitching. They need to do better.
No, well, like, once I assessed the situation, I saw the squires on Dorter. It was Dorter. I was like, nope, lost. Lost.
Yep.
We're just gonna roll with this.
This order's a hard fight.
And honestly, playing this optimized is really hard.
Yeah.
Because they give you very little instruction on what things do what.
Mm-hmm.
There is an extensive tutorial file, but it's not required reading.
Yeah.
So whenever I play this, I always set Ramza to my birthday.
Yeah, what's the record, Fraser?
The world record on this, unless it has changed very recently, is held by Claude.
Yes.
With I think a 4 hours and 28 minutes and change.
For this particular.
For this particular category. This is. I don't think it's the fastest category because I think any percent math
Yes.
is like 350 something. I don't remember for sure. But I think this is about the second fastest category, more or less. I'm not sure about the Japanese runs because they are very different. It's the game is mechanically just different enough. The Japanese runs are routed totally different.
Right, Shields. Shields
Oh,
visibility.
Shields. Yeah, I've seen the name Shields pop up randomly in my runs since I watched that. I'm like, Shields.
I love you, Shields.
Comma Brook.
All right, well, yeah, Garion once again moved the correct direction.
Yes.
So that'll be good. 2.
Dang it. I always think it's 3.
Yeah. It's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12.
No, not the slowest.
Yeah, just slow it down, way
Hi,
down.
Dave. We weren't maligning your good name in channel repeatedly. So while we're doing this, I have another cool story about the PSX version of Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yes.
Where one time in my youth, I went to a Best Buy to ask if they had a copy of this for the PSX in their used games bins. And the young man who I spoke to insisted that game did not exist. And I was like, excuse me? And he was like, oh yeah, there was a PS2 version of it, which there wasn't.
Yeah, that's
and I was
false.
like, excuse me? And he basically girl shamed me until I left and would only speak or look at my boyfriend while we were having this conversation. It sucked. Don't be that guy.
Whoa.
Yeah, don't do that.
And that's why Best Buy is a leader in video game sales.
Well, actually, Best Buy Gamers Club, great. Like,
Really?
because you pay like $30 for a yearly membership, but you get about
It's like 20% off
30%
or 30,
Nice.
yeah, something.
yeah,
We've
something
got
like
a lot of
20%
new
off,
games for like
right.
$40.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. And I got Destiny 2, before it came out digitally online. So
Nice.
like,
And Best Buy, if you're hearing this, that spot could cost you money. Congratulations. We're willing to shill for you, Best Buy.
Yep.
Donate to
Album
Orchestra. We'll accept.
This time I'll get the chemist.
Sponsorships.
that guy.
Advertising.
Yeah.
I guess we'd accept like catered lunches.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
We all like lunch.
Take a sandwich or
Fans lunch.
3.
Yeah. Best Buy specializes in sandwiches.
Yeah. Just go and courier over a party sub for us. That'd be excellent.
And hey, if you own a party sub shop and would like to sponsor the Washington Metro Gamer Symphony Orchestra, we're at
You can.
WMGSO.org. Did I get that right?
what's
You
part
did.
of the lineup for
Good.
this spring's or this season's concert?
We have our MagFest lineup is going to be our next concert.
Right.
Nice.
Coming up in the first week of January, and that's it's going to be a slightly downsized version of our fall
Okay.
concert. So that's going to be we have our Final Fantasy Symphonic Suite, Movements 6 and 7, and we wanted to focus on the 30th Final Fantasy anniversary this year.
Yep.
So we had this big old symphonic suite, as well as your favorite song and mine from Final Fantasy VIII, Liberi Fatale.
Mm.
So
I was
that's
gonna say
that.
Eyes on Me.
I
but my karaoke special.
Totally.
Bless you, Fei Wong.
Oh yes, here's our program. Actually did a first Dark Souls arrangement, the Kindred of Lord.
Oh, nice.
It's Deki Dane.
I don't know anything about Dark Souls, but
Fast Karate, whatever your name is.
If that is your real name.
Wait, did you say FF8?
Yeah, your
Yeah.
favorite FF8
Oh,
song,
okay,
right?
okay.
Because
And then we also had an arrangement that was from Command and Conquer and Papers, Please, called For the Motherland. So it is a lot of slow Ukrainian in the beginning, but then becoming this Russian march song that was a lot of fun to perform.
I see. Okay, your favorite song and mine.
I see.
Even then,
I do.
Kodakumi's Rhythm of Emotion.
Mhm.
Cinematic hit me at the exact right time it was supposed to hit me. I was a teenage girl and it was powerful and I didn't think Tidus was a super goober.
Turns out we all like super goobers. So.
He's a super goober, but he's one of the least offensive to me.
He's like, is he more or less of a goober than Vaughn?
Well, Vaughn is just like a purpose-built like mega goober.
Yeah.
Vaughn shouldn't have even been in FF12.
I like Tia's better than Vaughn.
Yeah.
I'm on the same page.
Like every scene in 12 where Vaughn's like, "Hey guys, maybe we should do this thing." They're like, "Please, the adults are talking."
Down, Vaughn.
Critical question.
No jobs.
Who-
L-I-
Oh, wait. Money.
All right, continue.
They said little money, little problems. But who is the biggest goober of the Final Fantasy extended
Okay,
universe?
what are the parameters for gooberness? Are we
Whatever
short?
you make of them.
Short
Yeah.
blonde hair.
I mean, generally
Right.
blonde.
Yeah, in that case, I'd say Snow from 13. He's a pretty big goober.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh, it's hard to top.
Or are we talking
down.
about like super, like the leading
Yeah, I mean,
man?
yeah, he's not the leading man, as it were, but
Yeah.
he is a goober.
Yeah.
Rams is kind of a goober sometimes.
Kind of a goober.
He's a
but
sweet boy.
He's a goober in a bad situation.
Yeah.
1000% Titus. If I
Yeah.
knew how to do a
Like
poll.
of them, like I feel like Ronzo's got the most like reasonable problems.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most reasonable.
that's true.
He's got to fight some demons and, save the world,
Thanks,
bring the
that
kingdom
guy.
together.
Penelope's going to be the
See,
main
I
character?
heard it was.
Was that it was Bosch and
Yeah,
I thought it
yeah.
was Bosch was going to be the main character,
That would
and
make
and they thought he was too
Ash,
old and
that's it.
grizzled, and then
Yeah.
Ash would be sort of the foil, and so now they just sort of show up 10 hours into the game for some reason.
Do you
Yeah.
mean Bosch von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca?
Yeah, I heard Bosch lives. Is that crazy?
Should,
Yeah.
should I? Should I
Don't believe
listen?
Anders lies.
I was going to, but now that you told me not to.
Yeah, you don't want to listen to those
Yeah.
lies.
Yes.
Yeah, Ash would make sense too. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to say because they obviously were like, it's Vaughn, he's the main character now. He's a cool kid, right?
Yeah, a lot of people would have been a better main character than Bosch.
Yeah. even Pinello would have been a
I
better
like
main
her
character.
deal, like being kind of the scrappy kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go and save this one.
Fine.
Anyway, back to Garland. I mean, for the first time.
Speaking of MagFest, not only
See you, Ivar.
See ya, thanks for coming.
not only will the Washington Metro Gamer Symphony Orchestra be there, but so will Pillow Fight.
Oh wait! Oh
No,
no,
bad
not quite.
faith.
Yeah, she needs 64 or higher.
Yeah, 64 or higher. So yeah, go ahead and put just the other guy in
Yeah.
there, or any squire. Doesn't really matter.
So if you make it
Air
down to
fodder.
MagFest,
Yes.
we'll all be there during core hours. We'll be hanging out, chilling and vanilling.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
Are y'all doing Thursday at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to be there all
Right,
three.
okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I may come join you because that's one of the couple days I'm just taking off because I don't want to go in for a 2-day work week.
Yeah. NP. Yeah, we could use the company
Mhm.
the area.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be a busy con. Is this the second year MagFest is 4-day or
Third.
Oh wow.
It's been a
Yeah,
while.
it's
Yeah,
been
it's been a couple years.
Yeah. But catch me playing Dance Central at 3 in the morning while drunk and otherwise out of my mind.
Yeah, I might just carpool in with you the Thursday.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can fit you. 'cause
Okay.
that will
Gotcha.
have to be our equipment run.
I'm pretty portable.
The only person worse than Vaughn was Canelo.
I don't know about that.
No.
Pinella's pretty level-headed. She's got reasonable, like teen orphan ambitions
And
whatnot.
she built that alliance with Larsa really early, and he's pretty
Mhm.
important. So
I mean, he's speaking of goobers, Larsa's a pretty good one.
I think he might be my top goober, honestly. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't play 13, granted. And
Yeah,
I've
Snow's
definitely
pretty bad.
played
He's like nothing against Dave Matthews, but he's the kind of guy that just looks like he'll listen to Dave
No,
Matthews.
everything against Dave Matthews.
And you went to school in Charlottesville. You're a traitor to your country, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, now.
Oh, first year missing MagFest. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
We will miss you too.
that's a shame.
Okay, now which Final Fantasy boy is the smoothest boy?
Well, here's the thing: as we originally proved, it is also Vaughn. I mean, he's got those abs that are just painted on to that. Like,
Okay, so this is what Delta's supposed to actually
yeah,
do
so
in
he
this fight.
starts running
Okay,
away
okay,
after
I see.
this, and then he's never in range in any realistic way, so he just hides in the corner.
Yeah, admittedly, Vaughn is just a huge dork. Like,
Yeah.
can't even be mistaken for the jocks except for, I guess, like his cosplay abs.
Mhm. Yeah, I can't
Wearing
think of
only
a,
a
of,
vest.
of a smoother boy, really. They're all a little bumpy and rumbly
Titus
and
is
whatnot.
pretty smooth.
He's pretty smooth, that's true.
Yeah, and Tsutaki Dane Titus is the smoothest. Oh, that CG animation.
Oh, that
Mhm.
hair in the water.
Ooh wee.
Wait, no.
Yeah, you wanna
I think
Yeah.
like waist
You have
deep
a
in a
business.
lake at
Yeah.
that point.
They're under the water for like a minute, and so I know it's established that Tito's can hold his breath for a long time. But I mean,
Yeah, they're a little wishy-washy and kind of about like, how do they stay underwater for hours? It's like, don't worry about it.
just this.
You're fighting some sort of underwater mecha tank thing, but I don't know. Yeah, Blitzball.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Go
Oh,
now. If you
Trying. Oh, the abs are on purpose. That
Yeah,
is-
nice little
yeah.
airbrush on there.
like Britney
I
Spears
see.
at the VMAs that one year.
What, she had abs?
She had painted on abs, yeah.
Nice.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
There's Ramza giving a
Yeah.
friend the business.
I blame society because people, like the tabloids, were saying that she got chubby.
Yeah, that's
Which is
entirely
why She
reasonable.
responded that way because she wasn't like fat.
Mm-hmm.
She was just not as skinny as teenage.
And that was
Right,
not
as
the
16
that was not the
years
time of thick with two C's.
Yeah. Bold chemist getting in our business here.
Who's in the water?
That's Abel, the squire, who... It doesn't really matter if he lives or dies. Sorry, bud. Yeah, we're a little brutal on our generic units here.
He has to. No, he actually should live though.
Yeah, it's a little easier if he lives for character positioning in the menu, but it's not the end of the run. You just need to be aware of it if he does.
Hey, now that more people are in chat, how are we sounding?
Yeah, let us know if anything needs to be adjusted. Actually, maybe I will scoot up a little bit.
I don't know. I'm shouting pretty loud, so either you or Fraser is gonna get me.
Yeah.
I need more wine though.
Do it.
Everybody else also drink more wine.
Can you,
Okay.
can you get me a re-up?
I can't.
There
I'll
is-
clamber over the couch first.
There is a
Thank
little
you.
bit of an echo, just with the mics picking up each other, but we should be okay. No, it's just we're just sitting close together.
Yeah. Yeah, because Joe doesn't have a mic, but she's between me and Tracy's mic.
Do, 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 do.
Maybe we can kill this damn chemist. Yeah.
Sweet.
Nice.
No heals for
95%
arrested,
hit
y'all.
rate.
Came here from Old Wine. Well,
There's
Alright,
plenty
we'll,
of
we'll,
it.
we'll pour some into the microphone so y'all can enjoy it too.
Let's see
Just
here.
email you a little beverage.
a very long straw from my house to your house. Mold Dr. Pepper.
All right, now we should just give actions to everyone else.
Yeah.
Well, you can reduce Dr. Pepper and another soda into a syrup and use that for.
Yeah, I bet
Things.
I bet that would taste good. 23
Excuse me,
herbs
sorry.
and spices.
Yeah.
In your
Hold yours
average
too.
Dr. P. I'm kidding.
Alright. Cool.
What's in my mulled wine, you say? Well, I'll ask you since nobody asked.
Or you
I'll tell you.
I'll ask you, what is it?
Myself.
Really flat. We used 2 bottles of the cheapest Malbec at the only place that would sell us wine on a Sunday
in Maryland.
1 orange.
Some
Gosh.
cinnamon sticks.
Oh yeah, a cinnamon stick and a tea bag full of random herbs and spices.
Mm.
You're too much mulled wine, Joe.
Definitely too much.
Too much, man.
Alright, so now that we're in
Say
somewhat
my
new
face.
territory here, let's not
Yes.
fight on stream too much. So here we have a couple goals in this fight. We need to make sure Ramza has 200 job points in Squire, which is his current job, which lets him unlock Gain JP Up. This basically is going to let him get JP faster, which unlocks jobs faster. And then we also need one of our units to unlock Wizard, which is a level 2 chemist unlock. And so ideally it's the Lady Chemist all the way on the left, but really anyone can unlock Wizard and it's fine. That unit is sort of our first couple battles carry, and then after that we have our better units set up and ready to go.
So there are cloves. I use cloves, allspice, cardamom, a little bit of ginger. It's hard to taste the ginger though. And some black pepper.
Oh, I don't normally add ginger. No.
I candy ginger sometimes.
You can heal him.
Yeah.
No, it was just ginger powder.
Just ginger.
Crushed ginger? Powdered ginger? What do
Powder.
you call that?
Yeah, I say powdered ginger.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is a clove stream. All about the cloves.
I love those black and milds. Well, there's my cloves joke.
Hey.
Like and subscribe.
So at the end of this fight, you're hoping to open the wizard class. Is there any other goals that need to happen?
Well, not just
Yeah.
for in general. It's on an individual basis.
Oh.
So
okay.
each character, there's a whole job tree,
Right.
and the way it works is that each, in addition to your character's level, which is your classic Final Fantasy, I'm level 12, each job can be level 1 through 8, and each job is unlocked by prior jobs having a certain minimum level.
Yeah.
So here we see this guy has the wizard unlocked because he hit level 2 chemist.
Got it.
And to get job levels, you need to get JP, which are your ability points. We're going to be exploiting a glitch called the JP scroll glitch, which lets you skip over the need to farm up JP for abilities, but you still need to get those job levels. There's no way to skip around that. So often there will be a goal of a certain job level to meet a
Sure.
minimum to get a
Okay,
new
so
job.
he's our only one left, right?
Yeah, so let's...
We need to kill Delta.
Okay, yeah. So Delta's not in range of that guy, at least, because I don't think he has throw stone, probably. You could also heal the guy.
Volcano.
Yeah. Well, so I thought somebody had wizard unlocked. Is it Ramza's JP?
It's the male one.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Okay.
He can be the wizard.
I like my Gal Squad.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so this
I like
guy,
that squad,
nice
too.
and healed up, and he's gonna kill Delta for us. Alright, there we
Yeah.
go. So you can take our sweet time. Is he okay on JP?
Okay, he at
Yeah,
least
he's
has...
got plenty.
okay.
So we just need to, get her set up as a wizard.
Remember when we said there'd be no math on this stream? You were wrong.
Hey!
There's a lot of looking at charts full of numbers, so if you love spreadsheets, you might love Final Fantasy Tactics.
Can recommend.
Yeah, a big part about this run at the high level is definitely already knowing how much damage you're going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, a lot of the formulas are pretty straightforward. There are just a lot of them.
Oh man. I wish we had funnier names.
There we go. Alright, she's got wizards, so...
Yep.
R
good.
isn't funny enough for you?
No,
R.
that's because I love Ramza.
Alright,
I
give him the
wish we could
business.
name him Hamza.
It'll be free from Garland.
Yay!
Yeah,
Aha!
this is
Yeah.
definitely probably the most random fight. Like, if you get
It
a
can
really...
take forever.
Yeah, if you get a really perfect setup, it's great, but there's a lot of little weird things that can go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, as the game goes on in the speedrun, fights get more and more and more consistent. And so eventually it's just you do the same thing almost every time. There is still always a bit of adapting you're going to have to do, so you always need to be ready, and if you're in a marathon or whatever setting like this, it is a good idea to save before every battle, no matter what.
Actually, okay, so we can at least...
What is funny if R isn't funny? Dare I ask?
I feel like
Hey.
nice.
Alright,
Alright.
now here's the fun part. We're going to need to find 2 gals who are Scorpios with at least 64 faith.
Oops.
Aw.
So you pick up
Kimberly.
members of your party from this recruiter here, surrounded by books.
Yes.
Alright.
So this is like the soldier office. And normally, folks only in the, usual playthroughs of this game would do this if like, oh, I'm looking for someone with a good faith and brave value. But here, we're looking for this very specific setup. The reason for this is I was talking about with the compatibility. We want 2 Scorpio ladies, so they'll have maximum compatibility with Ramza, and that becomes very important when they are spamming spells on him later in the run.
While we're on the screen, I like that this guy has like 2 shit soldiers just in the back here.
Just like hanging out, sitting on the floor.
I go out and do work, but I'm lazy. And also, what is with all the stacks? And we see in other CGs, like in backgrounds and stuff, that there are bookshelves. You could get one of those put in.
No, this is he
63,
knows
yeah.
what things are,
close.
And he has his little house plant over in the right window.
He's got picture windows. Yeah, this part's boring. I don't really
Yeah.
know what to do.
Yeah.
Just talk through it.
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes it can be done in 10 seconds, or it can be done in
Keep me
5
company
minutes.
through this.
That's not good.
Let's
That's
see.
not good.
On Dave's stream,
Oops.
we talked about who is cuter, Alicia or Lavian.
Oops. Well.
Who's besides Agrius, who we all know is best girl, who is the next best tactics?
It's a tough one. I know if Dave's still on stream that he's gonna take us out if we don't say Melidul. I don't know if I'd, agree with that though. Maybe. Melidul's pretty good. Yeah. Let's see. So what other ladies are there? There's Race, the dragon girl.
Well, I do.
He's
Oh, we were talking about girls, right?
I mean,
Or-
Or Orlando could be my waifu. That's fine. That's cool.
I mean, we are very heteronormative on FF Tactics.
True. It's true.
Ah, dang it.
Oh my god, spilled wine on myself on stream. It just dribbled out of my mouth. Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hey,
Cool.
hey.
Things are going great.
Scorpio!
I like Mustadio. I never
Yeah,
use him
Mustadio's
after
a
his
good guy.
first couple levels, but I do enjoy his company, and he seems like he's got himself stuff situated in a world where no one does.
Yeah, he's a chill guy. I think that was a 40 Brave, 40 Faith unit. It's like the worst possible unit. We're getting some bad luck.
Yep.
So why is even split between Brave and Faith bad?
So, well, it's not so
not
much
even
that bad as
split.
that 40 is the lowest possible
Oh,
value.
okay. Got it.
Yeah, so each stat Brave and Faith can be between 40 and 70 on these units. 42, that's rough. So we need at least 64, so it's about a 1 in 5, 64 Faith. So we have about a 1 in 5 chance of that, and they have to be a Scorpio. So it's about a 1 in 60 chance per attempt here. So,
Oh gosh, Tabitha.
yeah, we don't want no Tabitha.
Nope.
Wow, terrible rolls.
So how are you guys doing?
Yeah, doing great.
Liking these numbers go by super fast?
Yeah.
Yikes.
Nope.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think my record is like the first 7 I got both of them, because we have to do 2 of these.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
This is on the high side of typical.
He's an amazing medic.
Marathon block.
Marathon
Yeah.
bug.
So, yeah, as I said, the very beginning of the run, at least, this is where all the true randomness is. So this is one of the worst parts for randomness.
And can we also talk about how terrible the confirm and cancel?
Yeah, circle, circle, X, X, circle,
Well,
circle,
well,
X, X.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
but
we
you have
didn't-
to time it just right.
well, no, I was just talking about. I don't think we even talked about the fact that it's inverse or it's like from that era.
Yeah, so yeah, that era circle was confirmed a lot,
Yeah.
which is backwards. Except Nintendo consoles now do it,
Yeah.
where the A button is on the right, and that's the confirm.
It still deeply confuses me anytime I play Golf Story.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a part of the stream where we just talk about other games that our games are playing. I've been playing Golf Story and I love it.
Oops.
And I
What
got
was that one?
Ultra Sun
Nope.
when that came
44.
out, and I love that too.
I've been playing Reigns from Majesty, which also has zodiac signs.
Mm-hmm.
Just out.
Yep.
Is that a text adventure game?
Ish, yes.
It is like Long Live the Queen, but also kind of Tinder emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Zodiac bonus is worth it. So the reason we need this setup in the not the next fight, the fight after, we need to turn Ramza into a frog. To get a hit rate that is at all reasonable, we need to be maximally compatible.
Oh my God.
The faith helps a little bit there. I think the Zodiac sign is more important. The real important thing is that most of the second half of the game, these 2 units are going to be spamming quick on Ramza, which gives him free turns. If you don't meet these requirements, it can miss, which is basically, in a couple of cases, just a straight-up game over.
Wow.
So, on a world record run with this situation that we're in
Th-
now,
this would be
I'm
a
already
reset
good
by
at
now.
that.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
Abysmal.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I swear it'll get more interesting after this.
Maximum drift compatibility.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm seeing some units with some great stats
Oh my god.
that are not
Pacific Rim Tactics. Yes!
The Gundam Wing game was a tactics game.
That's true.
Oh, what was that stat?
Scorpios. 51.
Nope.
70 brave. Ooh-wee.
Nope.
Mary, kill your moms.
Let me know if you need a break. I can do some of this.
Nope, it's fine.
So the thing about this game was that I didn't play it when I was super young, because when I tried when I was in
Wait,
high
wait,
school,
was
I
that-
didn't
Now
get
it's
it.
58.
Okay.
But all of the songs, despite being very orchestrated and super complex, are glued into my head
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, there's a lot of really memorable themes in this, and they sort of weave them throughout the soundtrack.
And they
so-
don't use a ton of leitmotif in this version of this iteration of Final Fantasy. 12 actually didn't either. And I just wonder if that's just probably the big difference between Uematsu and a lot of other, like Kingdom Hearts in particular, and other just sort of like Final Fantasy adjacent games is that
Yeah.
you get plenty of like world building music, but not necessarily the defined character themes you do in like in 7 or in 6.
Yeah.
Also, just an aside, there are so many Gundam games, and well, Wing. I'm pretty sure Wing had a. Oh, I could be just thinking about the Tenchi game. There was definitely Gundam Wing Fighters. I think that went past Endless Waltz. I remember emulating them. I'm just gonna refresh sometimes. Also the cancel.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Here,
I need-
I'll
I need-
be around.
tapping out.
Yep.
And the first one is no.
But yeah, I hear the new Gundam Versus game is actually quite good, which is a new modern fighter. With Gundams from all the most recent ones and the old ones.
Are they going to make a Voltron game just with the success of the Netflix series?
Well, I don't know how big the Netflix series outside of its niche, though.
That's true.
Yeah. Nope.
So, to entertain you guys while we're doing this, I have pulled up fanfiction.net's Final Fantasy Tactics filter. I'm gonna read some descriptions.
Do it.
I'm into it. Don't distract me too much.
Safe for work.
Wow. Balbane survives his attempt.
Hey.
There we go! Finally!
Yay!
All right, Corey.
Corey?
Yes. All right, there's one. Now we gotta do better.
Balbane survives his attempt at poisoning to halt the beginnings of a civil war which would have engulfed Ivalice. Too bad this leaves only true war to be the one fought over Ramza's heart by a plethora of women. Yep,
Oh.
it's FFT done Ranma 1/2 style.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no, that went downhill real quick.
There's probably a bunch of Ramza Mustadio fic out there, isn't there?
Yeah, that seems likely.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of Ovelia in pairings, to be honest.
Huh. Interesting.
Alright.
Avilia's got like a tough deal, but she's also just not that interesting of a person in of herself.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the point. She's normal.
Yeah.
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 She's just very basic.
Yeah.
48.
A knight
faith.
and his lady. Alma becomes jealous of Agrias' skill with the sword and her close friendship with Ramza. Agrias sees it differently, however, and offers a knight's viewpoint on the Beowulf siblings' bond. Ramza / Alma, Agrias / Ovelia, new extended scene. Awesome.
That's a
Nice.
lot. That is a lot.
Also, wow, they threw some incest into that one. Cool.
Woo-wee.
Thanks, fanfiction.net.
Come on. Come on. Give us the Scorpios.
That particular writer is responsible for more than half of these stories, and they mostly involve Ramza x Alma.
Okay.
Well, somebody's. Yeah.
Are they like recent or?
I forget, what are the names of the ninjas on the roof?
Excuse me?
Celia and Lead.
Yes.
Celia.
I would read their fic.
That's true. I would like that a lot.
All right. Come on.
About how they're the worst
Scorpio.
and that fight is
I
awful.
need everyone in chat to chant Scorpio.
Scorpio. Scorpio.
Scorp.
Not Leo.
Oh,
Not Aquarius.
not
Cancer.
Aquarius.
Not
Not
Taurus.
Aquarius.
Okay.
Scorpio.
Not working.
64 faith. Scorpio. 64 faith.
Compatibility. Scorpio. Oh.
This one sounds up
57.
57, yeah.
Yeah.
Beowulf will love race as she
60,
always has, even if she has scales. This one's called Thou Shalt Not Kiss Dragons.
Why not?
I love it.
We're all about kissing dragons here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is pretty bad. This is about the worst I've ever seen it, actually. 50.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us.
For the menu, the Scorpio sign, I want to say looks like a
Nope.
scorpion, but it doesn't, does it?
It's like a cow with a scorpion tail.
Beowulf is also a character in Final Fantasy Tactics. But yes, that was a Beowulf fic. I misread that completely, and I was like, yes, I would ship Beowulf, and I don't know, we laugh.
Oh, Wiglif.
The original fanfiction.
45, come on,
Nope.
girl.
Beowulf and Odysseus.
Have a little faith.
Oh,
So while we're
what?
doing this, we can talk a little about what faith does.
Sure, go
Faith
for it.
is a sort of mysterious stat to a lot of newer players. It is your faith in sort of any higher power or magical power, and so it determines how good you are at magic and how much magic affects you. So if you have high faith, you will take more magic damage, but you also deal more magic damage. You also heal more and be healed more. And so in the case of the spells I was talking about, Frog and Quick, it increases your chances of it hitting, which is important. Brave, which we don't care about in this run, does a couple. There we go. Yep, and for all the fans here,
Everyone drink
Everyone raise your glass.
Kabuki.
not Kapuki.
Kuri.
All right, here she is.
Theater.
Cookie. All right. Yes, hire Cookie. All right. You're free from this jail. Do you want back?
Yes.
All right, go nuts.
right.
So, yeah, here we're going to boot all those units we used at the start, except our lady who can become a wizard. Ramza becomes an archer as a prereq for thief. Yeah, we don't care about this guy.
In fact,
Yeah, let's start booting. So, boot him. Boot him. Boot him. Boot her. Boot her. So, Rebecca is our wizard gal. So she becomes a wizard, and she's going to help us fill in for a while, and then these two, our new units, are going to become chemists, because they ultimately need to become wizards. Alright, do you remember the equipment setups and ability setups? I can talk you
see
through.
here. I can do these two for sure.
Yeah. Oh, you're in the wrong ability menu.
Oops.
Yeah. There you go.
Oops.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh my god, and Alma is Ludfic. I love it.
Nice.
Not even letting them get their sob stories out. Like, nope.
Alright,
You're done.
So here Kim is going to be demonstrating the JP scroll glitch. So you can page up and page down by holding square or, the square button on the controller. You can do it even when the prompt is open. And what this means is that by selecting an ability you can afford, scrolling up or down without confirming, and then selecting a different ability, it can overflow your JP, or underflow your JP rather, giving you essentially infinite JP.
Ooh.
And so we use this to unlock any abilities we need. I think it's Elixir up top, and then Echo Grass to Ether?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm seeing a few cute Ramza x Mustadio fics,
There we
but
go.
man, Ramza x Delita seems to be the most popular.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ramza x Gafgarian, I think, is the
Oh,
biggest cake.
boy. Oh, boy.
Gafgarian.
Yep.
What a heartbreaker.
And then did we want to do the backup on Cookie to scroll her for Ether?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just find that a little safer. Yeah, so here we're just unlocking a bunch of chemist skills. Yeah, you'll back in. Because we're going to just need to use some various items throughout the run. Yeah, so you'll see now we have 9,999 JP.
Yep.
So she just needs Potion and Ether and Quick Change for much later. Alright.
And then Ramza, he needs to learn.
Gain JP up.
That's right.
And also Scroll Chemist. Yeah, so here Gain JP up is just a passive ability where you just get more JP. Ramza's going to be in literally every battle in the game, so we just need to get him more job levels faster. So that's what that is for.
Echoed Grass up.
Yep.
There we go.
Here we go. Yeah, so the reason that we're getting the menu...
The potion, high potion.
Yeah, Potion, High Potion, Ether, High Ether, Elixir, Phoenix Down, and Throw Item. Yeah, so the reason we get the page in a very specific position is that,
No battle beats for him.
yeah, Notable Battle Boots give them to Rebecca, and then take,
Any daggers off of.
yeah, remove the dagger from whoever the Vera is,
Oh my
There we go.
god.
Yeah, Corey.
Becky, look at
and
this dude.
Delta needs to be a chemist too, don't forget that.
Oh, okay. I thought I had done that. Guess not. Let's see.
Yeah. So we're setting up for the next fight, Mondalia Plains. We want Del to be a chemist because chemists have garbage stats, and the first thing we're going to do
Remove
is
all or no?
beat the living daylights. Yeah, leave his armor on.
Okay.
Yeah, you want 38 or 39 health. Alright, should be good. And we'll go ahead and save here.
And a cool thing about this game is that you can affect even the guest characters. So we'll be stealing some of their things and controlling how they do to optimize how the AI reacts to them.
Yep. So for example here, Delta's going to have a specific amount of health that we can beat him up, but he's most likely not going to heal himself. I think maybe because he had a low health roll, we might be in trouble with him healing himself, but that's okay. We'll deal with that.
Commentating like I've ever actually run this.
You watched
Careful,
us
me.
do a lot of
Oh, yeah.
practice.
I haven't even watched you do that much practice. I usually have it on just to hear people's voices and pretend that I'm not alone.
So do you have to do that menu glitch every time?
So the
Or just once?
the JP scroll glitch, you have to do it once per character per job that they're going
Yes.
to use.
Got it.
And it doesn't work for every job because you have to have at least more than one page of skills. So some jobs are unscrollable. But it ends up being pretty important. The goal for this first chapter in general is we want the gals that we hired to get Summoner unlocked, because summon spells are really good in this game. The thing is, they cost a fortune in JP, and so it would take a very long time to grind them out. I think the current run for Glitchless grinds out a Summoner, and it's very tedious. Well, I think there is now a ninja setup. I don't know much about the run, but I think there's a ninja-based one getting to be perhaps the front runner.
So the meat of the game kind of happened a little bit in the cutscene that we just skipped, but basically Ramza got to see his dad die, and we established that Ramza is a bastard son of Balbanes.
Ooh.
And so he's going to be slightly out of the political drama that plays out between his other brothers, Zalbag,
Yeah.
or Dice Darg and Zalbag, I
Yep.
think.
Yeah, Zalbag is the middle brother, Dice Dog's the eldest brother, and then Alma is their sister.
Yeah.
And their dad passed away right after the 50-Year War, which is the event which led to the little money. Basically, there is a huge class stratification between the nobles who did well coming out of the war, and then everyone else that came home from the war just destitute. Okay, I can explain the JP scroll glitch again. What it is that on any page in this game where you can scroll up and down, you can hold square and then press up and down to move up by page, which is actually a kind of little known shortcut that they added into the game. And when you select an ability in the menu that you can afford, and it brings up the yes/no prompt, you can page up and page down with the prompt still open. What that does when you then attempt to unlock an ability that you can't afford, you've already, unlocked or anything like that, it will tend to underflow the JP and give you essentially infinite JP. So you can use that to unlock any ability, but it does not give you JP to your total for leveling. So to get job levels, you still need to grind those out. And so a lot of the run is going to be us trying to get our job level minimums, even though we don't care about the actual JP.
Mm-hmm.
So we're meeting the worst character of all of Final Fantasy Tactics. We don't have to discuss or
Solid.
even
Yep.
confront it at all.
Yep. Yeah, it's our boy Algus.
Algus is the terrible.
Send him to jail.
Albutts.
Yeah, so at the beginning of this fight, we had a choice, which is either... so this group of enemies is part of the Death Corps, which are sort of a rebel group.
Yeah,
that
I
are
do
trying to-
Balbanese as well. Or, I guess Balbanese. Oh.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be Balbaneth. That was the retranslation for War of the Lions.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Balbaneth, I think, is the closest to that. So the beginning of this fight, this is the Death Corps. They're a group of sort of rebels that
Is he-
all the way forward.
All the way forward, okay.
Yep. that
This
one.
is Mandalia Plains, right?
Yeah, Mondalia Plains. So they basically are a group that want equality for the lower class, and they have captured, as we'll find out soon, an important figure, the Elmdor, or the Marquis Elmdor, and his deal will become apparent later. But basically, right now, he's just an important person that they've captured, and so Algus, the guy who we hate, was trying to rescue him because he's just sort of this noble chump. So at the beginning of this fight, we have a choice of, we're going to save Algus, or no, we're going to, take out the
Royal
Death
Chump.
Corps. That's our priority. We choose the take out the Death Corps option because then we can let him die, which is extremely important for this setup. Basically, his corpse is going to be a nice barrier. Oh wow, he died early.
And
That's
Algus
okay.
has a backstory that is not just he's a noble chump. His dad was like a traitor in the last war, and he's trying to regain favor with the king or whatever. Who cares? He's
He comes from a line of chumps.
Yeah, basically.
He's a butt.
All right, so yeah, since he's already taken out, you can just eat it.
But this has been Dahlia
I always
playing,
expect to ether
and if
either
you
way.
played this game casually, you probably don't skip the random encounters because you can't. We will reset to not get random encounters. But when you get random encounters, Medallia Plains was usually like a pretty good grindy level because you get a lot of space from the enemies and just like slap your own dudes to gain JP.
Yeah, I have many hours clocked in this game, accumulating in a corner while some enemy is, especially if you get a chocobo, you can trap them, and you punch them, and then they heal themselves, and it's an AoE heal, so they heal you too, and yeah, it's great.
It's a perfect grinding level when you're a teen and you don't understand how this game is supposed to work and Rams is set to Aquarius.
I mean, it's a perfect grinding spot even when how the game works. So here you'll note we blew up Algus with our wizard along with most of their team because who cares about that guy? We need him dead, and we need him dead right in that spot. One of the guys had throw stone, which threw off the positioning, so it's going to get a little weird here, but it's fine. So now we're going to send Cookie and I forget the other girl's name, and then Ram's off to a corner to beat each other up and drink a bunch of potions. Corey, that's her name. So we need to get Chemist level 2 on these two so that they have Wizard unlocked. So another mechanic that comes up now is that anytime a character gains JP, a certain amount of JP for that job spills over to the other characters in your party. So Rebecca sitting here is generating Wizard JP for anyone who has Wizard unlocked. The two Chemists are generating Chemist JP for anyone. So we want Ramza to get enough Chemist JP by the end of this fight to also have Wizard unlocked.
I never knew how that worked.
Yeah, I think it's a quarter of the JP that you gain, and I forget if that's before or after gain JP up, gets given to everyone else. So if you have 5 characters in your party that all have the same job, you can gain job levels very quickly.
Ugh, who genuinely liked Algus the first time we played this?
Yeah,
I have never not hated Algus.
Yeah, I kind of hated him immediately. He does not ingratiate himself too readily.
Wait, I thought I did not set the ability. I did not set him to...
Oh, no, he doesn't have item.
Item, okay, so he can't do...
Did you set gain JP up?
Yes, I think so.
No, I learned it.
We didn't set it. That's fine. It'll just take a little longer. It might throw our levels off a little. Check his Archer JP, because if he's close, it shouldn't matter. It's gonna be a bit of a slog. Well, up to you.
Well, okay, we'll work on this. We'll make this happen.
There's a lot of little things to remember. Technically, you can go off of guide, which is sometimes very helpful. So
there's no ethical friendship in feudalism, Earthen.
Only heteronormativity.
Only heteronormativity.
That's it.
Women are weak but magical.
Oops.
Well, and then there's the whole thing late game where it's like, oh, only women can equip perfumes, but then they're the best accessories in the game. So you're like, okay, yes, that is what I want.
The purses are terrible. So.
Yeah, the purses are pretty terrible. We won't probably see that today, but as part of this run, purses are an item you use a lot because they have good magic stats. You can also easily dupe them. Yeah, so here we see that the wizard's getting all caught on this pile of bodies here. And so the idea that we're going to want the cat on one side of Algus's corpse and our wizard on the other side. The cat will then sit there and just try to get to the wizard, but Algus will stick around. You'll note a lot of the corpses on the ground have little numbers, and you see that one guy just turn into a crystal. So characters permanently die if they've been dead for 3 full turns.
Just like in real life.
Just like in real life. So you have a little bit of a buffer to res them if you want. But Algus, being a guest character, he just has little stars over his head because he can't die, or the plot wouldn't make any sense anymore. Same for Delita. So they will never actually permanently die, and so you can use their bodies as barriers.
I understand.
Is weirdly floating on a rock, though.
Yeah, he's
Right,
just
it's
chilling.
so wacky.
He's just taking a little nap.
Yeah, he got a little overheated, so he just had to lie down.
What would you say is the closest tactics game to Final Fantasy Tactics?
Oh,
It's
boy.
not advanced or advanced too.
Yeah.
What happens in advance?
So Advance added a bunch of weird mechanics, and also the main character isn't super likable because his deal is, I'm a weird kid from the real world.
His name is Mute.
Yep.
I'm just imagining a trumpet mute right now, like, it's me!
Yeah, Advance. Yeah, Advance. Is I forget if it came before 12 or after 12.
Before 12.
Yeah, before 12.
And the first appearance of judges.
Yeah, and so they had these
okay.
mechanics where a battle would have a judge show up, and their deal was, I'm going to make arbitrary rules, which sounds like it could be fun, but sometimes the rules are like, oh, you brought nothing but knights. The rule is no melee attacking, or you get severely punished.
Oh my
And
god.
you're like, okay, reset, and then you did that 18 times in a row.
Yeah.
There we go.
God.
No staves.
Yeah,
No
Yikes.
guns.
yeah. So, gets a little annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think Tactics Advanced 2 I didn't play at all.
Hmm.
And Conrad played it and told me that I didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
I just thought Jeanne d'Arc felt a lot like FF Tactics without being as grueling.
I found my
hard.
copy.
Yeah, we actually found Kim's
No
copy.
way.
I'm like, hey, maybe I should play that.
I think I think Donnie still has my PSP. Or else I would play War of the Lions on my PSP again. Has that ever done like a Vita release?
I think you might be able to get it on PSN on the Vita.
I wonder if you could scam it.
Yeah.
Just gonna.
Oh, that's right. Tax Advance had abilities from equipment.
Completely didn't remember that. I don't remember any characters from it except for the most loathed Tactics character who's got Algus. Mute.
Yeah. So,
The whole thing was like the queen was kind of his stepmom or something.
he's
except
got
for
Wizard.
evil.
Oh, he
He's
needs-
25 more for
Yeah.
Archer.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then how are the others doing on Archer? Well, you can see on their turns.
On Wizard, you mean?
Yeah, not Archer.
No way! Oh man, I want to play War of the Lions on my Vita so bad now. I got the craving now, just seeing this map.
Yeah.
Even with the grinding, it still seems like
Alright, so she got Wizard, so we just need to
Yeah.
see how the others doing. Yeah, Cookie, you probably want to keep grinding to get JP.
So you said
Yep, caught on Algus's body.
nice.
Yep. So Wizard and Cat are just having a standoff here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give
sending
some.
Corey over to get an MP infusion going. You can use the High Ether or
No,
Elixir.
I don't want to play FF Tactics on the PSP Go. Like this is already small. It can't get smaller. Also, way to put on blast that we have a PSP Go. I want my wedding gift to be that going into the garbage.
Yeah, I've never played Tactics Ogre. I hear it's good, and I mean it has a lot of the same DNA of Final Fantasy
Yeah.
Tactics, so I should definitely give that a try at some point.
I think Let Us Cling. Did Let Us Cling Together kind of smooth out some of the edges?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think the very original Ogre battle was not really a tactics game; it was more of a real regular RPG.
Yeah.
And then Tactics Ogre was kind of proto FF Tactics. So I think a lot of the same people worked on it. And I think Let Us Cling Together was essentially a remake that reworked a lot of it.
Yeah. I backed a Kickstarter that looked a lot like FF Tactics called Arcadian Atlas, which I
Oh
want.
yeah. Well, then there's the one came out on Steam recently. The
Children of the
Zodiacs.
Hi,
So
Owen.
I don't know if that's any good, but
All right, we
Hey,
need
Owen.
a
One-
little-
one more thing.
Don't
All right.
portmanteau, so.
yeah. All right. So have him punch. The other two have Wizard.
Yes.
All right. Then I think it's time for Rebecca here to do some
Okay,
work.
I'm gonna double check real quick before.
Yeah. Better to check.
So, Nair, if you haven't played this before, I will keep explaining the plot. I didn't know if people like that
Okay,
or they
Archer
didn't
too.
like that,
Yep.
but I'll try to keep pace because this plot is pretty complicated and it took me several playthroughs and watching a speedrun where somebody explained it for me to actually get what was going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the initial part here is definitely just a class difference after a war causes a lot of the poorer folks in this world to start to rise up against the nobility, and we're sort of caught in it as a outsider in the nobility.
Yeah. But it kind of turns into like a weird family drama where Jesus' disciples are all actually demons.
Yep. Gets a little
Butter.
wild.
Can you get by?
I'm just gonna get quietly drunk on your stream.
Oh, could I get a refill?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Dang
gonna
it.
ask Ron, but you get Kim first. Kim's doing the work now. She's hanging out. Yeah, so here, Algus is like, oh, you're a Beowulf, you're like a famous noble family, help me save the Marquis Elmdor, he's been captured.
I don't even remember what the Marquis Elmdor looks like. Do you ever see them?
He's Sephiroth.
Yeah,
He's the guy who looks like Sephiroth.
Oh,
So we see his lifeless body on the ground when we confront Wygriff.
Okay.
And then we see him later when, spoilers, he gets a little weird.
Someone turned the flame off, so I'm gonna heat it up a little bit more.
All
he
right,
gets
cool.
his persona.
Yeah. Alright.
I hear you,
So-
Sephiroth.
You can do the plot first, and then
Okay.
the information, because you gotta buy stuff from
Egros, yeah.
Magic City Garland.
Right.
Magic
Hats.
City Gary.
Magic City Gary.
Elmdor, bom 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 bom. Which was fun because in War of the Lions you could play Cloud and
Yeah,
Aerith.
Cloud's in this version too.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, Balthier is
Yeah,
added
Balthier
too.
and
Oh,
Marsh,
yeah.
or Mute, one of the two from
Narsh.
Tech.
Yeah, Narsh.
Yeah. One of the guys from FF Tactics Advance is added into War of
John
the
is
Lions.
playing FF Tactics War of the Lions for the first time, and and he doesn't know about the unlockable characters or the special
Oh.
characters. So
Like, I played Vandal Hearts. It was good, but it was extremely short. That was one of the Mecha Tactics games that were. Actually, Front Mission 3 was very good. Definitely mechanically
for a
pretty
moment,
different.
I got Vandal Hearts confused with Vanguard Bandits.
Oh wait, maybe I am thinking.
You're thinking of Vanguard
I'm thinking of
Bandits.
Vanguard Bandits. I forget what Vandal Hearts was like. I think
But
it
you
was-
did play that too, I thought.
Yeah, I think I did too. I just don't remember much about it. Don't play Hoshigami. It's horrible.
Yes.
So we're about to meet Tetra, who is your little sister's best friend and Delita's little sister.
And she's gonna be fine.
And she's
Yep.
fine.
Tita's
yeah.
gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna work out great for old Tita.
I hear like the big pink bow is a signifier that she'll be just
No,
fine.
that's Alma.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
Oh,
Alma will also just be fine.
Yeah,
Don't worry about
Alma's
it.
also totally fine. Like I said on Dave's stream, the great thing about FF Tactics is that it teaches us all that nothing bad ever happens to good people.
Yep. So yeah, and there's our brother Zalbag, and so what he essentially said was, "Oh hey, I see y'all are doing great, and I know that Dysadarg told y'all just hang out here, not do anything wild, but I heard maybe they took the Marquis out towards Dorder, which is the city over on the other side of the woods. So yeah, just a thought." And then he
Feel
walks
safe
off.
there.
Yeah, so Zalbag essentially gave us our hint of what to do next,
Yeah.
even though the eldest brother Dysadarg told us to just hang out at the castle and not do anything.
Oh, that beautiful sprite animation.
Look at her hair.
Oh.
So, as a little side note, there is a randomizer for this game now.
Wow.
Yes, it's so good.
The randomizer gets pretty wild because it can randomize basically anything, including inserting weird extra battles and changing how
Yikes.
jobs work and changing how abilities work. So suddenly fire can have an enormous range and like cause blind or whatever. So here Kim saved because
Alright.
That's
she's crossing
exactly-
one of them green dots, and that means random encounter is possible. So, but yeah, so the randomizer is interesting because it swaps jobs. So anytime there's a fixed job for a character in a battle, it swaps them, and it's always consistent. So it's like all squires become monks, all dancers become wizards. Anytime there's a cutscene with special animations, though, they will be the class they have transformed into until there is an animation of like a custom animation, and then they turn into weird color swapped versions of the original. It gets pretty weird. But yeah, if you're into getting real deep into weirdness, the randomizer for this
Weird.
game is pretty fun.
Take
There's no,
3.
Okay, Kim Fraser, you might have to share
That's fine.
That's cool.
because this is the last cup of wine. We drank 2 bottles.
Oh wow. Good job, team.
I guess technically we're just the wine a decent amount, so.
Woo, there we go.
Yep.
All right.
Alright, so here we're going to buy some hats and some boots, but first
Okay.
we're going to sell basically everything we own. So we don't need swords. We don't need that mithril dagger.
So did the randomizer also do items, I guess?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it changes a lot of items. So sometimes it's like, oh, this sword gives you a lot of magic for some reason. You're like, well, okay.
Also, our holy water?
Yep, holy water and all of our potions.
Yes, that's right.
So here we're selling all of our potions, which might seem silly, even though we just bought some for the last battle, because we don't want our chemist friends using them. Alright, so 3 feather hats and 3 battle boots.
Menuing. Thank you.
Battle boots. Battle boots.
And so now we unlock full wizard team here.
So everyone's gonna be wizard?
Not quite. Ramza is going to become a thief.
Okay.
So this is important for a few reasons. He needs to learn the steal experience ability because we're going to be having our friends gain experience and then taking it from them. But also he needs to gain 2 levels in the next battle as a thief to get an extra point of speed. So speed determines how quickly you get turns in this game, and we want him to get turn first. So, alright, so now we're going to do some more scrolling here, get some wizard abilities unlocked.
So the fanfiction.net.
Anything new?
Balbings X Orlando, I think, might be one of my favorites.
Is it?
That's
Okay.
very
This
imaginative.
is the Vera, this is Corey.
Yes.
Yeah, she needs flare and fire 4,
Okay.
and then magic attack up.
Fire
Not fire 4, bolt
Bolt
4.
four.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about Maluda because Nelly Duel is clearly a better girl.
Yeah, we'll be seeing Maluda soon. Alright, good.
And then one, 2, 3 frog.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 frog flare.
Luda!
Luda.
Ludacris got the beat that make it pretty go. Oh, Maludacris. I love
Dang.
it so much.
Is that gonna be your
So,
nerdcore rap
item
name?
and magic attack up for both of them.
Oh, that's good.
And
I
we'll
always
set
said that if
Game
I
JP
did,
up on our boy.
like nerd striptease stuff.
She doesn't need anything else, right?
Oh, she should have
nerd
magic
stripper
attack
name
up
would be
too.
Whoops.
Yeah, we just forgot to equip
We just
anybody.
forgot to
Nice.
set.
It doesn't matter
Yeah.
really, but yeah.
Yeah.
And then so he needs item and game JP.
Maludacris is
I mean,
really
it doesn't really
good.
matter.
I'm gonna write that one
We'll set
down.
it.
I'm not gonna write it down.
Alright, cool.
We're on camera. I keep forgetting.
And then
I'll remind you later.
you need to remove the boots from Belida or Algus, whoever has boots.
So I got Shrouded Isle.
Actually,
And Nier
yeah, you don't
Automata,
remove his. Remove Delda's
and
if he has them.
Sword and Fairy, Chinese Paladin 6.
Deltas? Move all.
So
Yeah.
I was thinking
I
of
think it's remove all
streaming
now.
any of those
I always
as soon
forget
as
this
we
part.
get our very own dog
Take
cam
his hat
set up,
off.
so
Nice.
that everyone can
Yeah,
see
and then
Nina
best
napping,
fit on
Aw.
all of these.
like just a bourgeois asshole on the couch.
Yeah. All right. That
So you have a
should do it.
sexual couch. I
That
don't
looks
think
right.
People have
Yep.
seen our streaming
Okay.
setup.
Yeah.
Yes, because he's not going to
Well,
do
we have a
anything but punch
sexual
this
No,
couch.
he's just a frog.
But she occupies 1.5 sections.
Oh my god.
Unless she's specifically curling up to be adorable.
Dog cam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Tracy, I realized the weird thing about being here compared to
Yeah.
other people's places, you have no animals.
No,
Yeah.
no, we don't.
All right, so move on to Sweegie
Good old
Woods here.
Sweegs.
So this is gonna be an interesting grinding battle. Hope y'all like frogs.
Could have cactus cam.
Yeah.
The cactus could be on the camera.
Corey,
Corey,
and
and
then Cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're definitely gonna point the camera straight at Mina and then give her treats and get her to wag her tail and stuff. The good thing about Mina is she starts playing extra hard when she needs to pee, which is both impossible to interpret and adorable when you mess up. So
Love frogs.
Love frogs. Love dogs. And
love
bones.
pogs.
Cactus cam. I think I might do that for next room.
Right. Algus.
Yeah. So
Don't do
basically, the
anything
plot
else.
for this battle is it's monsters.
Ready.
So
Ah. Real monsters.
they are in fact real.
Okay, so.
So Bolt or
Which map
Boy.
is this?
Huh?
Swiggy
Sweet,
Woods.
yeah.
it's Swiggy Woods. Give him the
See
business.
the X in the ground.
Wait, right?
A cool story about this map.
Yeah.
This map is called Sweetie Woods, and one time we had a cake decorating competition.
Oh, wait, right.
And me and Conrad spent half an hour
Such
cutting
salt.
cake into tiny cubes so that we could build a perfect Final Fantasy cake. Conrad used food coloring and painted tiny marshmallow models.
Right down here.
Little
Sit down
zombies
next-
and
behind
put them on
us.
Okay.
toothpicks.
Little monsters and put them on toothpicks, and we lovingly covered a cube cake with a bunch of Final Fantasy Tactics stuff, including a spell indicator for someone who was casting. It was beautiful, and Kim beat us in a cake decorating competition by pandering directly and making.
I played the game.
Yeah, you know what? In the
Made a
rules of
cake.
the game, they're like points for pandering are part of the scoring.
Making
So
a cake for the judge's new cat.
Yep.
To be fair, it had lizard tongues and eyes.
yeah, we're pandering to both people.
There was beautiful lettering. Welcome home, baby.
My beautiful Final Fantasy tax cake.
Yeah, we're
Surrounded
not
the
saying your
title
cake wasn't
with-
good. It was quite incredible, but you did not properly pander to both people.
It was only half measure pander.
Just drop a $50 bill on the tax.
Right down here?
So she goes next to Ramza to the
One of
right,
those Tris Pundit.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Cookie goes all the way forward.
Right here?
Yeah.
But I thought that she went forward and hit these.
Yeah, I think you can do either way. I think.
Okay. Because I think I've always done
Yeah.
down here.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it
We
works.
need more cake decorating.
We do. Do you remember when that was? I'm gonna look up my.
It was
It was November last year, I thought.
I'm gonna see if I can dig up my picture of my beautiful cake.
For
Yeah,
more
so
on
here,
Tactics Cakes,
in this
visit
battle, basically, we've
Joe.
turned Ramza into a frog for the
.com.
purpose of farming, and then we are gonna just blow up all the monsters except for the cat. So once again, these cats just getting stuck.
Dang.
Okay, let's see here.
Over
Not
He'll
there.
get bolted.
Yeah.
I don't think he can go in the water.
Right here?
No. Next to the wizard.
Oh,
You can
not on the
start punching.
fanfiction tab.
Pew. Pew. Pew.
Ooh, did that one live?
No, I don't think so.
No, the red one I think lived. Yeah, he's still
Oh
alive.
dear.
Uh-oh.
Well,
That's fine.
we'll get him.
Yeah. A little
That's the
annoying,
annoying
but it'll
part.
do. Yeah, so here our wizards need to gain a job level to learn Time Mage. And Ramza needs 2 levels as a thief, and he also needs to get to Thief job level 3. So a bit of grinding on here. The good news is the cat doesn't know how to swim, so with a certain setup, the cat will just not know what to do with himself and stare at us. Kind of makes sense. Cats don't like water, so.
That's true. And they had to have some measure of realism in this fantasy game.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to get too absurd.
No.
Really.
Oh, it's so cute.
Tiniest frog.
Splat.
Yeah, clean up. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. So we use a frog because Ramza would hit way too hard, and we don't want to have a whole bunch of potions in our inventory.
So you couldn't just select wait for him? You couldn't just keep doing wait or.
So
Well,
you
we
don't get
wanted-
you don't get
Oh,
experience if
okay.
you wait. So
I
you
see,
have
I
to
see.
change the state of the battle other than positioning
Got it.
for it to count for experience.
Okay.
This is Corey, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna find a picture of this cake.
I think I have one somewhere. We can. Does this game have any weird recipes? Or like food items?
I don't know. There isn't really much of a food focus at any point. Yeah, being a frog doesn't actually hurt your experience gains at all. All it does is make your damage worthless. So, in this case, that's good, because we can do a lot of punching without having to heal.
I was not tracking our levels.
So Ramza was at 2.91 when we
Okay,
came in.
so we
when
need
he
to
hits
get-
level 4, we'll be okay. Assuming he hits his job level.
Gotcha.
I don't remember what his JP was for Thief. Yeah, it's true. Ramza does ask for milk at the bar.
Wholesome boy.
This is a good, sweet boy who just doesn't want to get involved in all this politics.
That's true. He just wants a glass of milk.
Alright,
Hang
I
out.
think they're done. Right? Still
I was
check.
not looking. So she's
Time
got Time
Age.
Age, and then if Cookie has Time Age, and Cookie will get her level with the
Yep.
kill. Yep, so we just need Ramza
Yeah.
to sit there and grind it out.
Are you suggesting that Ramza only orders milk at the pub just to be polite? Well, I can't just eat the peanuts.
I wanted to use the bathroom and I can't just,
Well, that's just rude, so I can still have a glass of milk.
One milk, please.
Oh man, what a goober. So is the cat still attacking, or is he?
So the
officially
cat is
become-
on the other side of a square
Okay.
that has water.
yeah.
So to get to us, you would have to jump over it, but
Yeah, so these moving bits right here, that's like
yeah, it's
swampy
like,
water.
yeah, water.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I
Yeah,
see.
and so the cat is afraid of water and won't go into water ever.
Got it.
So yeah, the cat's just like,
I'll just
hey.
march in place.
Yeah.
I can't find a picture of this cake.
I'll find it for you when we trade off.
Mhm.
Calling characters good sweet boys. Did we do that before the McElroy brothers? That's what I'm kind of wondering.
I think we did.
Must
Yeah.
have.
I don't know. I feel like I started saying it because Conrad started saying
Because of
it.
Mabim
And
Bam.
Conrad definitely started
Uh-huh.
saying it because of the McElroys. But like older McElroys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Original McElroy brothers. But we did coin Smooth Boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is neat.
Smooth Boys was very uncomfortable, and Smooth Boys comes
Because we were upscaling
Yeah.
FF12.
we were emulating and upscaling Final Fantasy 12, and it made the
Woo!
boys exceedingly smooth.
Woof.
Like
Just painfully smooth.
like magical boy
so
smooth.
smooth that they were actually diminished in a way.
Yeah.
It's like when you're making live journal icons and you just multiply and
Alright,
pass
check.
by.
He might have gotten the job level just now too.
Maybe that'll be my streaming thing. I'll just play games, but not in the mode that they were intended to be played whatsoever.
Yeah, he's good. So
Okay.
we're all done.
That works.
So there we got 2 base levels for Ramza. You can grab a crystal after you start casting.
Yeah.
There you
Who
are.
would win in a fight, Orlando or Gafgarian?
Orlando easily.
Oh yeah.
So they probably sit there healing themselves over and over by draining each other's health. So,
Who would win in a fight, Orlando, or Agrius?
I mean, are we talking default equipment? Because that haste on the Excalibur is like way too good.
We're not talking default equipment.
All right,
We're talking
probably
states.
Agrius because she's
Spheres are indeed the smoothest.
All right. So that battle we got Time Age. We're gonna be switching these gals to Time Age and heading on over to Dorter.
Yeah, I'm ready to
Nice.
quick. Too sick to quick.
Yeah, technically we don't quick for a while. In fact, I think the first actual use of time magic is Meteor at the beginning of chapter 2.
Oh, nice.
Here.
Oops, yeah. I just caught up.
Too much waste
There
to
you go.
haste.
Okay, so
He needs to become a knight. So we're doing all these weird job switches on Ramza because we are attempting to unlock Samurai halfway through the game. That ends up being extremely important for destroying the second half of the game.
Too
Time
much
mages,
poison,
right?
feel
Yep.
the poison.
Okay.
What? Alright, yep.
What's your favorite class by costume only?
By costume only.
Samurai Chapter.
Hmm.
Oh man.
I mean, I always kind of liked the absurd summoner outfits, how they're like neon yellow and green, they have a big old horn. I feel like they are well
is it
animated in this game.
Vera Cookie who learns Demi?
Cookie gets Demi.
Okay.
I've never had to use it, but I think it's like a weird backup strat thing.
Yes.
I don't think we can name our samurai specifically because I think Ramses already are and will be swapping
Okay, wait, Cookie does learn Demi?
Yeah.
on and off. So sorry. It
Yeah.
could be Samurai Ramses.
We can restart it again and name him Shampoo. I mean, but also I think unfortunately today we probably won't get to Samurai unless we want to just keep streaming until like 7 o'clock or so.
Yo! Let's order cheesesteaks and hit
Yeah.
dog. Let's not do that.
Don't move down to go all over the top.
I was like, I'm gonna say a meme in our group, and then
Don't
midway
move
through I was
down.
like, oh no, slow down! Don't say the actual meme. That's naughty talk.
Womp.
Oh wait, sorry. Yeah. So don't move down to reflect is what you want, but click.
I
pause.
accidentally. Oop.
Yeah, no, you're
Okay,
fine.
there,
Back out
okay.
and back in. Scrolling is weird. There's a lot of weird edge cases you have to be careful
Yeah.
of.
Well, it's good that you can sort of
So,
close
yeah,
and
she
reopen it.
wants quick And
It
the
seems like
demo.
sometimes glitches like this, like break the game or soft lock or something. You have to
Yeah.
start over.
Yeah.
Alright,
And-
they need black
I
magic.
would say it's a fairly
Oh, wait.
the run is fairly not consistent per se because there's still a lot of RNG and like randomness effects that happen.
And
but the run is
Corey
replicable
gets teleport.
by your average
And black
person.
magic.
There's
That's
no
cool.
quick reflexes. There's no audio cues.
Right, right.
Essentially, it is a lot
And
of
then
chart
Ramza
reading
needs
and
Steel
instruction
Experience
following, and the biggest
and,
mistakes you'll generally
Lancer
see
Scroll.
involve menuing poorly.
And priest scroll for what it's worth.
Which I think is why it's doable. I feel like math involves a lot of like quicker thinking and like knowing the math skill in and out so that you can manipulate it best if something goes weird.
Yeah, so for those not familiar with the math skill and how it works, you're allowed to cast any spell, almost.
Priest scroll?
Yeah, just scroll priest for later. He'll
Okay.
learn holy at a later time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just cure down how to do it. So with the math skill, you can cast any spell. You can cast it for free. And you got Steel XP. And
I did,
And
yes.
did you get ignore
For
height?
free
Oh,
meaning
Yes.
Yep.
without spending MP.
Yeah. So the thing is that the targeting for calculator is not based on like I want that target. You pick a level, an experience value, a height position, or a charge time on your turn meter, and then a number for divisibility.
Do we have any equipment changes?
Delta should be nude. Yeah, Algus should have that. Best fit Ramza, and take the boots off of Rebecca. Yeah, so here we're setting up for Dorter, and we need.
Oops. Let's do that again.
It's probably fine, but yeah. Yep.
Okay.
And you set Steel XP and all that.
Steel.
Ignore height too. You
Nah.
don't need it yet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
right, that
calculator
should do
is
it.
a hard class to get a hold of. I
Yeah.
think. I also
Basically,
have
it's
one.
great because you can cast wholly on the entire field if you can know what the math setup is, but it is complicated. Also, in a regular run, it is extremely grindy because they are a terrible class. They just have really good ability.
Well, unless you want us to go little money for
Yeah,
the
we can
third
reset right
time.
now and just start over.
Alright, so I forget the formation.
Yep, he's there.
He's there?
No, back
Here,
there.
okay.
Yep. And then Rebecca to the right. All the way to the right.
Oh, okay. Oops. No. Becky.
Sorry.
Yeah, Corey there.
The first time I played FF Tactics at
No.
all,
Oh,
I did not
Sorry.
read the L1
okay, good.
Yep, you're
R1
good.
arrows appropriately, and I tried to do all of fights with Ramza only because I didn't realize how to add another player to the board.
Yeah, that's a common issue in Garland. A lot of people have had in this game. They're like, I can't do this alone. Delta, help.
Oh no.
And Delta dies and it's all over. There's a boy Wygriff.
So we're getting a dramatic confrontation.
Speak.
Yeah, so this is the city where Zalbag, our brother, told us, hey, maybe you should go check it out. And we see these guys sort of duking it out and having an argument. And so the guy in the fancy clothes finds out that something is in the desert. We'll find out more about that soon. This is also a notable fight because it's the first one where your enemies have, real abilities. Like we have wizards that will cast spells on you. And as we'll see, there's also an archer who has a height advantage. So this
Yeah.
fight gets a little ugly when you don't know what to do.
Also, there's a hot tub grind machine.
Yes, yeah, we're gonna have a little fun hot tub grinding session. See that little hot tub down there? That nice green pool.
Oh, it looks so
Yeah.
sanitary.
Oh yes, it's very nice.
Fans of Fast Karate may have seen this fight done several times
With shields!
until Shields lived.
Oh, new Bugsy game. I'm sorry, I mean Bubsy.
But
Yeah, the random names are pretty good.
in casual play, this fight is really obnoxious. I feel like I say that about a lot of the Chapter 1 fights.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them are pretty obnoxious.
But chasing this archer down is pretty stanky.
Mm-hmm.
And the knight and wizard formation that reaches you first is pretty stanky. and Delita is effectively 0 health. So
Yeah, we'll be dealing with him quickly. If the archer doesn't deal with him for us. Yeah, so here basically just having our wizards do the work.
Right here.
So magic
yeah,
can
that
target
works, I
in
think.
2 ways.
I don't think it's in the arc,
You
at
can
least.
target
Yeah.
a unit,
Right there,
or you
maybe.
can target a grid.
Yeah, I usually just go one
If you
left.
target a grid,
Okay.
you kind of hope that the unit, like, if you know what you're doing, you don't have to hope. But you basically hope that the spell casts before the turn order comes up.
Just
and
in
then
case.
if you target the unit, then the spell follows them and hits whoever they're adjacent
Right
to.
behind.
So the
One
AI
back.
is smart enough that if you target a unit, they'll generally try to stand next to one of your friends and do damage to them.
Ah.
Yeah.
that way.
So does the turn order change every time?
So turn order is based on speed first. So you'll see everyone has a CT bar under HP and MP. So when that hits 100, you get your turn.
Right.
Everyone charges up that meter at a rate of every tick of time. You
There
go
we
up
go.
by your speed value. So if you have 7 speed, it goes 7, and then 14, then 21. And once you hit 100, you get your turn. You can manipulate that a couple ways. If you wait,
Beautiful.
either by not moving and or not acting, your meter starts partially charged. Haste and slow spells affect your speed. And then tiebreakers are based on, I think the enemy team always goes first, and then it's based on, I think, your position in the formation menu. But that's like the ultimate tiebreaker, so it's pretty uncommon for that to happen. But yeah, so if you get a lot of speed, you will get many more turns. And so turn order can actually vary quite a bit.
And I feel like in chapter 2, Ramsa gets yell, so he can yell at himself to go faster.
Yeah, and so that is a common trick, is that he yells at himself 100 times and then basically just instantly gets 30 turns in a row and
Oh my God.
can win. So
Yeah.
that is sort of the key to the Soul Ramza setup. So we're going to see our good friend Rebecca just decide to blow herself up. This is not Kim making a horrible accident. This is in fact very intentional. We want Rebecca to die in this fight and stay dead.
Really?
Otherwise, we need to boot her at the end of
Oh, no.
or the beginning of the next fight.
No Becky's.
Yeah, no Becky's. So, meanwhile, Cookie's over here blowing up these two, and
Yeah,
there's one
Cookie.
archer hanging out over there, and that archer, we're gonna get him a little confused.
Yeah, the main thrust of chapter 1 is generally get people stuck on things.
Yeah. So he's gonna come after Cookie. Corey and Rams are gonna have their weird little hot tub party where she punches him in the back of the head, and then he steals experience from her. We're gonna do this until he learns to be a level 3 knight.
Hooray! Video games are fun.
But after this, actually, there's very little, if any, grinding for the rest of the run. So
Okay.
this is pretty much it. There are certain job level minimums that you have to meet, but
Stealing experience from others, that's how you become a manager.
hey! Alright, so Cookie's just gonna wait here in this
manager class
box,
and tactics.
and
Not
everything's
as
set up right. That archer's gonna get pretty confused about this and just kind of hang out underneath. Just not really know what to do. Yeah, he's just kind of a little perplexed.
What do?
Yeah, and so here, once again, that spillover JP mechanic comes into play because Corey's sitting here getting a little of the JP for Cookie, too, so it won't take quite as long as it would otherwise for her to get Summoner, since she's not doing much.
How much of this speed run would apply to FF Tactics? Like, I know they're not counted in the same category, but
So,
or War of the Lion, sorry.
okay.
So War of the Lions does not have any of the glitches, so you can't dupe items, which is important to the speed run, and you cannot JP scroll glitch.
I see.
That right there is probably enough to kill any chances of it, and as such, I don't think anyone runs War of the Lions. I've never heard of a speed run for it.
Let's look it up.
A glitchless run probably would be doable in War of the Lions, because I think that wouldn't change it much. But the other thing is that spell animations, bye Rebecca, spell animations in War of the Lions are really slow. They had some sort of issue porting them over, so...
Okay.
So Corey hit level 3, and she has Summoner, so we just need to make sure Cookie gets Summoner, and Ramza gets level 3 Knight. So she can actually give him a punch now, and he's just not even going to know what to do. Attacks, when you have the higher ground, have a slightly higher range, so you can reach further down than up. So she can punch him, and he cannot punch back.
Wow,
Poor
you're
fool.
right. Four consoles and no World Alliance
Yeah.
times.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
It's
Yep.
not practical.
Yeah, I just don't think it's practical. And we're running this on the PSTV, which is actually an unproven version of the PlayStation 1. So
Interesting.
it could, in theory, be faster. No one's really sure. But we were talking.
Because it's
about-
reading off of flash memory.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So load times are good, and you can also do the PlayStation 2 fast disk read mode, which you can turn on and off for compatibility reasons. Even though there's no disc being read, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, it's unclear whether this is actually a faster platform than a real PS2. So
Maybe I'll just casual replay World Alliance and
Maybe you'll
just
find
do
some.
the optimal class
Yeah.
picks, job picks.
You'll find some amazing skip, and then you'll be number 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds like something that I have time and inclination to do.
Let's see, how's his knight, JP? Do we know?
Good question. But okay, she's
Yeah,
got
so
summer.
they've got summoner. We're good on the summoner, so just knight JP basically. Yep.
Wait, I thought he had to be 3.
Yeah, knight 3. So yeah, so he needs
Oh, okay, okay.
direction.
I was worried about the yup for a moment. I was like, no, it's not there yet.
It was a yep, not there yet.
Chicken's not done.
Yikes. No, it's winter time. We can't crack that joke.
No.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Steel XP is interesting because it's the only thief skill you can use on your friends. All right, so you gain job level.
Can't take
So you
money.
can steal experience from your friends, but it's also nice because
There's a steal for every category of equipment,
Mm-hmm.
plus
Okay.
XP, heart,
all right, so you're all done. You can blow them up.
MP. I think you can steal MP,
Yeah, I think so. That might only be an Oracle skill,
maybe HP.
but you can steal. You can steal any equipment.
And
You
steal
can.
heart is just a charm that thieves
Yeah.
can do.
Hon. Oh, wait, hon. Can I move?
Is stunningly
Okay, good.
effective, wielded by enemy units for whatever reason.
Make sure he doesn't-
Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna get a turn first.
feel
I
like
guess it doesn't matter.
villains-
She'll just
I
blow
feel
herself
like I
up.
have there's a
Yeah.
map that's on a big
She doesn't need
slope.
more.
I can't remember
Yes.
which
She
one
hit
it
level
is,
4 next battle.
But there's 2 thieves on that map that
Yes.
for some
Come on.
reason always successfully steal heart on a 50% chance.
There we go.
And I have rage quit that map so
No.
many times playing this game, just on an obnoxious steal heart that
Yeah, there are a couple
Maybe I'm happy.
places in the speed run where it's like, if you get charmed, good luck.
yeah.
So, once again, if you're in a no reset run setup like this, there are definitely a lot of cases where you just want to save.
Yeah.
Alright, so here we're gonna blow up this guy. We've met all our minimums, and she's probably gonna kill herself, but that's fine. She doesn't need more XP.
She's gonna live through this.
Oh,
Yeah, kinda.
splat.
Alright, and that is Door.
Yep,
So
and
that's basically the
Nice.
last of the major grinding. So now we're gonna blaze through the rest of this chapter.
This battle is complete.
and this is also the part where Fraser and I agreed that we switched off, which is perfect because I need to pee.
Nice.
All right, well done, Kim.
Mike, sorry.
All right, so we captured the knight or a knight, probably the guy that Wygref was beating up, and Algus is just beating the living daylights out of him, being like, "Where's the marquee? Where's the marquee?" And so this guy basically finally is like, "Hey, he's in the desert. Please stop beating me up." Delta and Ramza are like, "You're being a little rough with this guy, Algus. That's kind of not cool." And
Do you know off the top of your head what the resolution is on the sprite pixels?
I am not sure. I think it's relatively low. I think it might be like 64 by 128 or something, but I'm not 100% sure. It may be lower than that.
So they just say the desert, not anywhere.
So they say Sand Rat Cellar, which in this
Okay.
translation is differently written every time. So it's either Cellar of Sand Mouse, Zeklaus Desert.
Samurai Beach.
Yeah, so they don't really know. Alright, so Ramza here can become a monk. And I don't think we need any abilities. Real quick, I'm going to check his Lancer JP. Alright, we have bad Lancer JP, so when we get to Chapter 2, if we get that far, that'll become relevant. For now, he's a monk, so he's just going to get some monk stuff.
Oh, there's a little hat.
Yeah, nice little hats. So we unlocked Summoner. We're not actually going to switch to a Summoner. We're going to become Wizards again, because Wizards have the best magic stat, just flat out, and we want to be good at magic. but we're going to learn some summoner abilities here. So, scroll here. So we're going to get Odin, we're going to get Shiva, and Rama, and Cyclops, and half of
I want to look
MP.
up the answer to my own question.
And then you need to get the same. So basically, summons hit like a truck. They cost a lot of MP though, but thankfully, with infinite JP, we can get half of MP, so every spell
Nice.
costs half. Means we cannot have magic attack up, but that is fine.
So you can only do the half or up.
Yeah,
You know, stack.
so it's the same slot here.
So these are our slots. There's 2 like ability things, like used abilities. There's what, an armor ability?
Yeah, there's like a defense.
Middle one.
So the abilities are another active, a reflex ability, passive, and movement.
Got it.
Alright, so let me go and save. So here's where we see the power of
So for
summoners.
instance, in a regular playthrough of this game, usually you, if you really go for broke, you usually have like a low faith girl use a movement ability called Move Find Item, and then just have her run around the map. And the lower the faith is, the more likely you are to just find something in the dirt.
Yeah, I think it's actually brave because
Oh,
I always use wrath
Oh,
because
yeah,
they're brave
it's
is
just
garbage.
Uh,
Yeah, I think it's 100 minus your brave is your chance of finding cool stuff.
Yeah.
So the lower the brave, the better.
So you lose a human slot, and then you have to also dirtle around the map, just
Oh,
like
man.
kicking dirt until items come out.
Yeah, the good news is I think the positions are always fixed, so
Oh,
if you
okay.
know you can find the good stuff.
okay, and so this is also the last map where you get something stuck on something.
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
this monk that's now behind the little column is gonna knock out our boy Delita and then get very confused
About
here.
walls.
Yeah, he's just not gonna understand walls. Whoop. Don't mind me as I press those twice by accident. Whoop. And Algus is also gonna have a bad time here.
Good.
So
Bad times
you're gonna
for
note
Algus.
all these guys besides the one monk are gonna get real clumped up here. That's gonna become important soon.
Oh, because Bolt will to get all of them if you do
Yeah.
target by grid.
Yeah, so we're gonna be utilizing our summons for the first time
Yeah,
here.
one of the
Okay.
few horses in the Final Fantasy series.
Yeah, horses are a rarity in these games, but so Realms is
Not a
just gonna
bird
go
horse,
in.
just a regular old horse.
He's just gonna
Just horse?
snag a little
I'm trying to
experience
think
points
of other
here.
horses.
There are not many.
There are horses in the Knights of the Round summon and FF7.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost exclusively summons or like monsters. I think that FF3 has has a nightmare horse.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Nightmare I think is a typical FF Final Fantasy like guy.
In 12, on the plains, there's some horse-like.
Yeah,
Things.
they're the
Maybe
weird
good.
like laser horses. So Algus just can lie down for a little bit.
Only exists if they have
And
6 slash.
y'all like horses? I like horses.
I think this one only
Yay!
has 4.
Yeah, for some reason he's missing some legs.
Oh man.
Oh, see y'all later. Ooh, that knight was a hardy one.
Oh boy.
So that's okay.
You're gonna just do a little cleanup, and that's
Yeah,
about
so we
it.
gotta do a little cleanup, exactly.
Nice.
As Kim says, it's not a big problem. He'll just hide in the corner for a bit, and we'll shoot him with a bolt, call
Yeah.
it good. So here we're gonna get this monk stuck. I think actually we have to do, as I said, basically the last fight is the last grind. We do need to make sure Ramza hits level 7. So we're gonna just keep on sealing experience. Oh wait, okay, so he can't yet because she doesn't have any experience to steal, so he can wait. She is gonna just punch him. So we're gonna do a little bit of this. She needs to be level 4, he needs to be level 7. I'm just gonna come over here and give him business. We'll just deal with the other guy in a bit. So also we got teleport unlocked, and we gave it to her basically so she can get up on the roof here. That way it kind of messes the AI a
Explain how
little.
teleport works.
Yeah, so teleport is an interesting movement ability. You can technically move anywhere on the map when you have teleport. She got a little too far away. Alright, that's fine. We can just move these over here. Wait, she should punch first.
Punch
So-
one later.
Yeah. So teleport, you can move anywhere on the map. The problem is if you try to move past your natural movement range, it has a 10% chance to fail per distance. So if you have a movement range of 4 and you move 6, it only has an 80% chance to succeed.
Does that include height? Or
It does not include height, so teleport entirely ignores all height. Is he gonna... There we go. There we go. Yeah, just he thought about it, but he's like,
What's the
nah.
wall doing? I'm so scared of this wall.
Yep. Alright, so she's just gonna keep on doing her thing. She's just gonna hang out here, and Ramza's just gonna steal XP a couple more times, and then we're gonna have our boy Rama come out and just say hi. So yeah, teleport generally you use to ignore height and to move around obstacles. There is one case very much later on in the run that you have to make an 80% chance teleport. That is basically the one late game gamble, but there's just no other setup for the fight that makes sense. So that's almost near the end of the game. Yeah, teleport is, I think, strictly better than ignore height, but I think the animation is longer in a lot of cases, so that's why the run uses ignore height for Ramza a lot of the time. Alright, and this might do it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Woo.
Alright, so he waits.
Bum, 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 bum.
I guess she could have punched. She's gonna go over here. May actually not have the right turn set up here. Oops. Yes, actually, I'm gonna have her just wait and
Yeah, it's gonna take
target
a bit.
him and run. Yeah, because that way, if I had tried to hit him with the spell, I don't think I was in range to target it directly, and he would have moved out of it. So there, I'm gonna wait and just go back onto my roof.
Save
And
your
we're all done.
The ever-confusing roof.
So Brian's just gonna not know what to do again. See you, bud.
Oh, brain.
And he's just gonna have a bad day. This right here is pretty much how the rest of Chapter 1 is gonna go.
Just
is
teleport,
people feel bad about the fact that they're gonna get summoned on.
We also talk about why, especially War of the Lions, is bad for runs in terms of
Yeah.
Yeah. the
and
animations are.
yeah,
just
so that
abysmal.
Rama spell there would have taken like 3 times as long.
Wow, really?
They did a horrible job porting
Yeah,
it over,
it was so
unfortunately.
weird. Like
Yikes.
they took such care with like that extreme localization overhaul and a bunch of quality of life stuff. Like it gave you more slots, but like those animations.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the technical reason why that is. I think it has to do with the software structure of the PSP versus the
Yeah.
PSX.
That would make sense.
That some kind of preloading doesn't go well.
Mm-hmm.
I know that, for instance, like the iOS port of War of the Lions, I don't remember if they fixed the animations, but what they broke extra was the camera movements. So it took extra long to
Oh,
move
there's
the
the-
camera
okay.
anywhere.
That
Yeah.
marquee.
So this is the Marquis Elmdor, the guy who kind of looks like Sephiroth sitting on the ground there.
Oh yeah.
So what happened in that scene is that Gustav, who was the sort of generic knight guy, who was the leader of the Death Corps we saw, and then Wygrif, who was the guy in the fancy cape, got in a little tiff because Wygrif is like, what are we doing kidnapping people? That's not what we do. Gustav's like, we gotta do what we gotta do to, get this done. Wygrif took issue with that and just stabbed him, and he was like, nope, this is not what we do. Alright,
Chapter 1 is also Ramza learns about moral ambiguity.
Yeah, so then he's like, look, I don't have a beef with y'all. Alright, everything else should be... Oh, wait. Nope, we want Cookie to have linen robe. That's what we need. Alright. So, yeah, basically Wygraf, anyone who's played this game remembers him. He's a bit of a notorious guy. Especially for a late game battle. Alright, so here's another time we're gonna just hope we don't get encounters.
Huh. On
Nailed
the,
it.
the animation scenes are too sped up.
Oh, interesting. So maybe overcompensated. iOS is definitely still slow. So I wonder if they fixed something that maybe didn't do it quite right.
Yeah, or I'm wondering if they just ported the emulator somehow to iOS.
Yeah.
And it's based off of the.
Yeah.
Fred, is Elmore the one with the stealable stuff on a casual playthrough?
Yeah, he's the Genji equipment guy.
Nice.
This run does not do that, unsurprisingly.
Yes.
There's a Genji main.
Genji
Oh,
glove.
definitely Genji main.
Ew.
One of the best, quote-unquote, best parts of the Final Fantasy VII speedrun is stealing and how much of a crapshoot stealing is. You have to
Yep.
steal 2 things, and both times it can suck deeply.
Yep. Yeah, every RPG speedrun generally has one part where it's like, just keep grinding it out,
Yeah.
you'll get it eventually.
I like Chrono Trigger does.
Yeah, that one's, I think, pretty stable.
Yeah.
So that scene there, we got in trouble for going out on our own. Dice Dargus didn't know Zalbag was going to give us a little hint. So he yells at us, and Delta and Rams are like, no, it was my fault, no, it was my fault, I made him do it, you know, and they're going back and forth. And anyway, the guy with the bowl cut comes out, that's Larg, and he's one of the guys vying for the throne. And so he's like, oh, you know how boys are, they're going out fighting dudes and saving marquis and whatever. So he kind of gives us a free pass, and
And as a result, we think Larg has our back for a bit.
yeah, he's a good guy.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, everybody's a good guy. So
Sweet
anyway,
Larg.
so Daisadog's like, all right, look, we know where like a thieves' fort is nearby, where some deathcore folks are. Go and rough them up a little bit. You can do that, I guess. You've proven yourself. And so here we meet Maluda. And she's sort of leading this squad of thieves and priests that has been sitting in this soggy pile of boxes or whatever this map's supposed to be.
I wish she got a cuter costume.
Yeah, it'd be nice if she had a unique sprite. Because her portrait's very nice. So this is one of the first of many assassination battles where we just have to assassinate someone to win. So first we're going to start off by assassinating both our friends at the same time by spinning in place and then going for a little dip, whoops, in the water. That is very intentional to manipulate enemy positions and get everything clean and set up for us to give Maluda the business. And I believe we can use Flare. Oops, I accidentally pressed the wrong button there.
And Maluda is Wygraff's sister?
Yes. So Wygraff, the guy in the fancy cape, is her brother. And that will become relevant in just a few battles here.
Yeah, it's frustrating that he got a fancy cape and she does not get a matching fancy cape. They could have at least done that.
Well, yeah.
She gets a nice haircut.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's weird because they're around in the game the same length of time, more or less, right? Mm-hmm. Haha. Alright, so I should be able to use Flare. So here you use either Flare or Cyclops to take her out, but it depends on your actual faith value. So at low faith, we would have maybe had to do the slower Cyclops spell, but nope, just cast Flare and that's that.
Yep.
Hooray! A speed run. An actual speedy run.
We did it!
Yep, so what just happened there, that's like the next 4 battles.
Hooray!
Possession and flare and
Yeah,
the battle
sometimes
completed.
clops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we're set up for the single clops in the next
Mm-hmm.
fight, so. Yeah, so here Algus is basically like, let's just murder her.
Mm-hmm.
And Delta's like, she's a human too. And she's like, I hate you nobles, you're all garbage.
Shuffle,
Which is
shuffle.
basically fair, and Rams
Mm-hmm.
is kind of like, oh, weird. He hasn't quite figured things out yet.
Eat the rich, the game.
The upper class elite almost all lie to you, and the low characters mostly tell you the truth.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's spoiler alert, that's basically entirely true.
Thematic.
So, you know, we just dealt with these folks. We let Maluda go because, you know, unlike Algus, we're not total jerks. But, yeah, meanwhile, good stuff's happening back home.
Cap.
But yeah, Delta kind of does both.
Yeah, Delta is interesting because he rides that line.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, in a lot of ways, this game is Delta's story. It's not Ramza's. But
Yeah,
Ramza
because
is
in
the one that...
yeah, the intro is like, you know, everyone thinks Delta was the keystone to all these events, but it's
Yeah.
actually this unknown in the Battlefield.
Yeah. So the foil that we skipped over at the very beginning, there's this scholar, thousands of years in the future or whatever, being like, I found out stuff about the Lion War.
Sorry, Aardvark. We all hate seeing Algus.
It's okay. He won't be around for long.
Oh.
So here, Daisadar got stabbed pretty bad by a deathcore invasion. Zalbag beat up a bunch of them.
But not quite
They tried
enough.
they tried to kidnap Alma, but they did not because Zalbag showed up in time. But Tito was captured. They thought she was a noble, so they've taken her for ransom.
Is that our next?
Which is kind of the saddest part about Tita, like,
Yeah.
you know, she spends her life thus far being, you know, made fun of at the girls finishing school for not being noble enough, and she's the only one that's mistaken for the noble here.
Yep.
Yeah.
What irony.
All right, here I've
Sad.
once again saved and attempted to cross a green dot and failed. So we'll just see how long this takes.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of the girls are ill-treated
Yeah.
in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example, like, Agrius is great until Orlando comes and you just throw her to the to the curb.
Yeah, well, sad news for any Agrius fans. She is not used in this run, unfortunately, and we do use Orlando, so
No.
I know. Everyone who does this run's like, I miss Agrius, because I guess she was in earlier runs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, Tina will be fine. Don't worry about
It's
it.
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happens to Tita.
Look at this face. This crying face.
Yeah. Poor people, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of the
Yeah.
theme, especially this.
Poor
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah, so random encounters, every green dot per frame, it either has an encounter or does not. It's I think a 30% chance, so it's like 3 frames on, 7 frames off. So
Yeah, so like even at extremely high levels of speedrunning this game, you will see people save all the time.
yeah, you
like,
have to save because a random encounter can take 10 minutes.
yikes.
So like, yeah, no amount of risk is worth doing that.
Right.
Heaven's probably a nice place in the FF Tactics universe because there's no one there.
Hey.
Such calm and quiet.
Yeah.
Ah, peace at last. So here we checking on Daisadar, and he's like, it's no problem. I just got stabbed a little. Thanks for
Purple.
taking care of those dudes. And
Purple blanket.
he's like, we'll do a frontal assault on Fort Zeekton where they're hiding, and you're all upset because they've got Tita, but he's like, nah, she's like a sister to us. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
This particular scene always reminds me of a scene from that really small movie, the Mickey Mouse Prince and the Pauper, when
Oh, yeah.
his the king is dying and you don't even see him, you just see like a crack of light distributed on his arm.
Yep. So here Della's mad because he's like, y'all are abandoning Tita, and Rams is like, look, I want to help you too, and Della grabs him, and Rams is like, you can't breathe, bud.
Miss the flute?
No,
Okay.
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Hey, it was in the intro.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah,
You didn't see
important scene coming up next.
We all have to flute along.
We're
So
ready.
here, Algus is basically like,
Oh, wait, I forgot about.
Tita is, just a commoner, so I don't know why you care, punk. And Della gives him a slap, and Algus is like, yeah, I'm in the right, and Rams is like, no, you're not. You're gonna leave now. So say goodbye to Algus. He's gonna disappear and not cause any more trouble.
So long, Argath.
So Algus' little parting gift is like, hey, if you want to sneak up on Fort Zeekton rather than getting caught up in all of your brother's troops, maybe just go around the other way, and there's a path up to the fort you can take. So,
Such a delightful animation.
yep.
Some of these hand pixel arts are very cute.
Yeah. All right. So here I'm gonna do something that seems a little alarming. I'm gonna run over the green dot without saving, but there's a cutscene.
Yes.
Ah.
All right, everyone, listen carefully. This is
Okay.
the most important audio cue in the entire run.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
So here, Dylan and Rams are just reminiscing about better times.
Oh, what a long day it's been.
So these scenes that are done in Engine in this game are replaced with full animations in the
War of the Lions.
War of the
Wow.
Lions. And they're beautiful. So if you can find a YouTube video of all of them chained together, I highly recommend you watch them because they're
Yep.
super pretty. Except for everyone's got a weird giraffe neck.
Yep. So now they remember
And no nose.
how to play the grass flute.
Read
So everybody. This is a running motif in this game. So yeah.
Good job, everybody. Nice.
Alright, so since we're on camera here, I'd normally just blast through these next battles without saving, but I'll go ahead and do a little safety save. Just
Not
in
marathon
case.
safe.
Yeah.
Not marathon safe.
So yeah, these next ones are pretty guaranteed because there's not much to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so confident I'm only bringing 2 characters.
Oh, hey, it's Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
All right,
Live
we're gonna bring our girl
action
Cookie with her
tactics
amazing
battle.
70 faith, and we're gonna see a little clops action.
Ah,
Give him the claps.
Yeah. Give her the
Clops.
clops. Yeah.
How's your child? Oh, these poor people.
We can't
Yeah.
surrender.
Just trying to do their best.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're like, oh, well, we need to get through. And they're like, no, you're here to kill us. All right, so speaking of killing us, we're going to punch out Delta. That's going to be a running theme. And Maluda's going to go over there. And they're going to walk around and do their thing. And everything's going to be fine. Nothing bad's going to happen here.
Until
Give them the claps.
the collapse.
Yeah, and so what are the distinctions between using Klops versus Odin?
So yeah, on this battle, if you have I think 68 or higher faith, you can just use Klops and win. I can just go here.
One has a slightly faster animation.
Yeah,
and
so
stuff.
Klops is slower than Odin, but you need to do Odin and Rama with the other setup. So
Woo!
there's a boy Klops.
Look at that boy.
Can you see his nip?
I can see his name.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice. Game of the year. Game of the year 2017.
Yeah.
Aww.
Aw, baby.
So here, a little moral ambiguity lessons like, oh, we murdered these poor people to get what we want. That's maybe bad.
We
And we
won?
feel a little bad. Yes.
This feudal industrial complex.
What is up with that?
Alright, onwards to the next one here.
I like that they gave the Cyclops a very tasteful orange toga.
Yeah.
Usually you see the Cyclops in like a loincloth or something.
Yeah.
That's true.
Looks kind of like a Star Trek toga, though. Like something that
Yeah.
you'd see like Riker wearing on that lady planet.
Yeah.
The deep V.
I love that they bothered to animate the inside.
I know.
Yeah, so this stage coming up has a nice little animated feature that is very iconic.
Oh, girl. Is that Girl Monk?
Yes.
Girl Monk is super
Yeah.
cute. I love Girl Monk's hair.
Yeah. Got that nice.
Ooh. Spy on your
Uh,
friend, proposing to his girlfriend of 8 years.
Definitely do it.
Definitely take a video and photobomb the video.
Yeah,
What
so
does that mean?
counter.
So
There
self-invent.
we
Yo, my bro's gonna propose. I hope it goes good.
Alternatively, you could stay here and watch FF Tactics.
Yeah. You could put the stream on
Probably
an app and
happy
take it with you.
things happen in FF Tactics.
Yeah.
As happy as a proposal,
Mm.
almost certainly.
Everything that happens here on out is just romance. Just romance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I say you go unless it's actually a big elaborate surprise. If you're not invited to a big elaborate surprise, maybe going would be bad. Oh, if there's a sister and a camera woman, then I think you're free to go.
Yep.
I'm just passing by.
Yeah.
What are you all doing here?
Bring a dog. Like a cute dog, like a photogenic dog.
Not an ugly dog.
If you bring an ugly dog, the proposal will be ruined.
Can you do a surprise proposal with a camera woman nearby?
All right, have fun.
Yeah, let us know
Yep.
how it goes.
Good luck.
We may still be around, but
Yeah, we're coming to the close of chapter 1.
Ooh, wow, that was a weird... Oh, because he has defend. Uh-oh. Okay, this is probably still fine. I even didn't save because I'm like, what could go wrong here?
oh, go
But,
joke.
yeah, we'll
At
see.
least they're short fights.
Yeah, no, it's fine. If we have to read the last one, that's okay. Yeah, so defend tends... Okay, yeah, that's fine. I can just go here. Defend kind of screws everything up. So, yeah, we'll just blow him up. It's weird. He has defend, but he also has low health for
Look
this
at
battle. Anyway. Yeah, so to catch up on the plot a little, Tito was being held here, and Wygraph was once again yelling at folks, being like, why are we taking hostages? That's ridiculous. We're going to get wrecked if we take hostages. And so Gologros, who was the guy who captured Tita, was like, hey, that's cool and all. You distract him and we'll just run off.
Call it
since we're
gross
in-
of you to kidnap innocent girls.
And as it turns out, your brother Dicestar gave you order to just kill everyone.
Yeah, so you're like, that's not right. And
All of
Wygraph's,
those nice words that he said about Tita are still nice because she lives forever.
yeah, no, nothing bad's about to happen.
I'm glad.
Yeah. So Tita's been taken away because Golgoroth took her. Wygraph was like, hey, by the way, I'm going to murder you for killing my sister Maluda. And we're like, oh, dang, she was your sister. That's awkward.
We definitely wouldn't have killed her if she was your sister.
Yeah.
No way.
But then we clopsed him and he teleported away. So now Dela's despairing because Tita's gone and he doesn't think we're going to make it in time. But it's fine. Everything's going to go great in the next battle.
Yeah. Eventually, we'll all realize that economics and money is a fake construct.
Like you do.
Like job systems.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody works. You can't have no job.
All right, Fort Zeekton. I actually totally forget the positioning here, so I'm just gonna kind of make it up. It'll be fine.
Everyone can have a job. It's all you just start off with Squire.
Just go here, sure, and then you just go here.
Yep. Anywhere, because you are just there as fodder.
Yep. Sorry, Corey. You just hang out behind the house.
Corey Matthews, my favorite wizard.
My favorite squire.
What's Will Friedel's character named?
Eric Matthews.
Oh yeah, he was the older brother.
or
Older brother.
or
Yeah.
Terry McGinnis.
Who's the best friend?
That was Sean.
Sean.
I was just thinking, what was Sean's last name? I don't remember. I remember Ryder Strong because that is a very
Right.
easy to remember name.
Sean Hunter.
That's Sean. Okay, okay.
Hunter. Right. Nice.
And then Finny!
So anyway, good things are about to happen here
Good
to
things.
Tita.
Good things.
Oops.
Algus! Come on!
Oh.
So yeah, by Zalbag's order, Algus just murders her, and he shoots Galagros, but doesn't quite take him out.
Oh. Oh.
Della, of course, is
How could they?
having a bad time here.
I mean, not as bad as Tita's having.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. No, she's having a very quiet, peaceful time in
Damn
the
it.
world's emptiest
Oh
heaven.
yeah,
Yes.
perfectly timed nap.
Oh yes, drawbridge in the snow. Very comfortable.
Yes. I am also a very sleepy person, so I could try.
She's just got a little bit of narcolepsy.
Man, these snow particles are really, really basic.
Yeah.
They're very large.
That's foreshortening
It's not big, it's just very close to me.
to the camera. It's
Yeah.
snowing right here where we
Okay,
are, but
okay.
there it's like, weather patterns are odd like that.
I feel like the flakes yesterday were pretty big.
Yeah.
Seemed like big chunky flakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in shock. We are all in shock.
So anyway, Della's having a bad day, so let's just let him take a nap.
Later.
Nap time for the Tita twins.
I think you should coin that. All right, and they're taking a nap, and now we're going on with the Cyclops.
So now Algus, the knight who for some reason has a crossbow, comes up and shoots us in the... Ooh,
Nice.
nice dodge.
Close.
So now a
Good
bunch
job,
of these
my boy.
dudes just kind of do their thing here, and
So one of the best features of the modern day Pokemons is that there's like a petting the Pokemon mode.
Yes.
And if you pet them to maximum hearts, they can dodge attacks.
Yes.
And when you dodge attacks, it says, like, your Pokemon dodged to the rhythm of your heart.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's so sweet.
Oh,
But
that's great.
basically, Tita can't dodge because she doesn't love you enough.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
true.
no rhythms.
wait, no, I can
No
do
rhythms to
flare,
dodge
can't I?
by.
She definitely couldn't dodge that nap.
See you later, bye. Alright, so now we just
Yeah, it's just a
hang
tranquilizer.
out and
Yeah. This is Metal Gear.
Yes.
We're tranking everyone. Also, Algus.
goodbye, Algus.
Bye.
Good riddance, Algus.
Pew!
So yeah, that's the last battle in Chapter 1 here.
All right.
Algus gets what's coming to him,
Oh,
and
And everyone just kind of looks.
yeah, they're just like, oh man.
what do we do now?
They're like, dang.
Oh, sorry, dude. Just a job.
He was kind of a bad boss, though.
He's
Yeah.
an awful boss.
Yeah,
It's
it's
one of
not
those
great.
status-seeking bosses.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh man, I wanted to know what happened with Locknar's proposal.
We could play for a little bit longer if you'd like, or we could call it a day. Up to you guys.
yeah, I'm fine to keep
Okay.
playing. I mean,
Sure.
need reminders of what happens in Chapter 2.
That's
But,
fine.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so here Delta, is obviously sad about his sister, but Galagrosa ignited all the powder storage here, and yeah, the whole place goes up in flames.
So they both did it?
Yeah, so
Yeah, so that's why at the beginning, Realms was so surprised to see Delta, because he assumed he was dead.
Ah,
We
I get
time
it.
shift a couple times. So the first
Okay.
chapter is when we're still like a little squire in training,
Mm-hmm.
except for technically we're like a boss man.
Yeah.
We've
Sure,
ground
sure.
up so much JP that we're actually really good at our jobs.
Yep.
But
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But at the very beginning, we're at Orban Monastery,
Right.
where we
Right.
go back a couple times for plot-related reasons, and we see Delita kidnap a princess that we haven't met yet.
Okay.
So now,
we're about to catch up to real time, and you'll see Rams's costume change accordingly.
yeah, he gets a new costume every chapter, and the last one especially is very nice.
So we're about to be like jump forward.
yep. So all of these we saw at the very, very beginning.
Yep.
So
Oh, he's telling the story.
in the bulk of chapter 1, in his basic outfit, he is in the academy still with Delita.
Got it.
And now we know that Delita is still alive, and we are a mercenary working for Gafgarian because we don't want to take sides.
Got
because our
it.
brothers are both jerks.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's like they basically tried to kill us, so
So,
I'm out of here.
lesson learned. Moral ambiguity is hard.
Yeah. And so here, Gafgarian's like, well, there's no money in chasing after him and saving the princess.
Yeah,
now.
Gafgarian's just awful as well.
Yeah,
Like,
he's just bad. But Agris is like, well, I'm going after him, and Realms is like, I'm going with you. So Gafgarian's like, well, okay, we'll stick around, I guess.
Though when you do get to play as Gafgarian, it's very thrilling for like a moment.
Yeah, we're gonna make him a chemist. So Rad, sorry, bud, we don't need you.
Rad, you're a piece
But
of shit.
Alicia,
Alicia, yes, girl.
and guess what? Getting a Lavian too. So these three units are just essentially generics, but they come in at a high level, and also Alicia and Lavian. Best girls.
Yes. Before we started, literally all the prep I did was say, what is the best ship in FF Tactics? And congratulations, we're here.
We did it.
So, all right, I'm gonna attempt to remember this, Kim. You may need to check.
Yeah.
So he becomes a Lancer because he's garbage JP. Lavian becomes a chemist.
I mean, I tend to default to everyone being chemists
Yeah.
up front, but let me double check.
Yeah, this part. Oh yeah, he definitely becomes a chemist. Whoop. Oh yeah, no, that's what I wanted. Yeah, chapter 2 I don't have quite as memorized once I get it going. All the battles
That's all right.
I remember, but it is the ins and outs. All right, Rufus Power
What's
Wrist.
the chapter title for this one again?
The
Manipulator
manipulator and the
subservient.
subservient, aka like master and servant, basically,
Ew.
Yeah.
which would have made
Yeah,
more
take
sense to
white
me.
magic off. Don't need you doing weird stuff.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty serious game.
Yeah.
Intense.
Even when it
you're
gets
good.
goofy, because the demon sprites are all fairly goofy.
Sure.
They just kind of look like thick gray boys. But, yeah, even when the demon stuff
do
kicks
that.
into gear, the music for the demons happening is very intense.
Yeah, the cute little sprites, they are misleading.
Yeah.
Yes. No, the game gets pretty rough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just saved. I'll go to Dorter and see if I did anything right.
Yeah, I'm just having trouble going through my drive.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Okay, do I remember the positioning on this? Alicia
The music.
here.
is
Do we
just
update
good.
our notes? I have
we
that.
we aren't in chapter 2 now.
Okay.
Alright, Corey and Cookie are definitely here. I just don't remember where they go. Is it something like this? Actually, no, he needs to be over here.
Okay.
I think. I don't know, something like that. It's fine.
All right.
I saved, so it doesn't matter. Once we get the notes up. Yeah, There we go. Yeah. So, is it Alicia as a monk? That's the main thing I wanted to check.
Yeah, let me
Not
see
an
here.
Alicia.
Post order,
Maybe
Sandra.
I'll just reset.
Okay, so we are in
Order at the beginning of chapter 2.
order 2.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Alicia is a monk. Lavian doesn't matter.
So I remember this map being the bane of my existence. It just happens on a very
Okay.
tall slope. There's like elevation
Yeah, so
nonsense.
I think we should be all
There's
good.
reefs. They're nonsense.
yeah, Alicia the monk.
Because this
Mhm.
guy's like hat throwing off animation is dope.
Yeah. Alright, I think my wizard positions are a little off, but that's okay. I should be able to get in range.
I believe the Gafgarian rams the ship.
Yeah.
That's a pretty solid, like, manipulative older man,
Yeah.
like, thing going there.
Alright, so Gafgarian goes snap time.
Bye.
Later.
Agrius, despite being a chemist, charges on in.
Because she's so brave and good.
She is brave and good and perfect. We love her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we're gonna make sure that we just get in enough to cast some summons on all these folks.
Yeah. I deeply wanted to name my dog Agrius, but one, it does not nickname easily.
Aggie.
Gris.
Yikes, both of you. And two, my dog is dumb and happy, rather than like Agrius,
Determined
who
and
is serious and beautiful.
Yes.
Alright, so dropping a couple of Odins in here.
I also considered Alma, but Alma is also not dumb and happy.
Yes.
Alright, let's do a receive.
Who's the happiest character in this game?
Probably Race when Beowulf declares his eternal love for her.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Mustadio has like goofy bar adventures at some point.
Yeah, Mustadio has a pretty good time once you save his dad.
Eris doesn't die, so
That's true.
I'd be happy.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Give him the Odin. Alright, yeah,
the
this next
Odin.
one I'm definitely gonna need you to remind
Alright.
me because I know that there's like very specific setups for because it's the no, is it the woods or the falls next? Because we
It's
have
the
to
falls.
do the walk back and forth between the two towns thing. I remember that.
Wait, hon. Argoy Woods.
Yeah, so,
So that's-
before that, yeah, we gotta do the proposition. So we're gonna get a little job here.
Little job.
Definitely the happiest character. Tied for Tita and Boko the Chocobo.
Oh, Boko, we're gonna see Boko soon. So what I need to
boy.
buy here is it Thunder Rods?
Are we gonna throw him in the garbage?
Then 4 thunder rods and 3 red hoods. 1 leather clothing, 2 silk robes.
Alright. What am I doing? Nope.
Kelly, my dog is adorably dumb and happy, but her
Nope.
breed is known for being
Do I need
very
Phoenix
serious.
Downs yet? Do I buy them here?
So I'm kind of
I'm having
relishing
issues.
her dumb puppy
Oh, 1 leather
legs
clothing,
that she
2
has
silk robes.
wiped
do I-
the
Phoenix
hell
Downs.
out,
11 Phoenix
just
Downs.
on normal ground several times.
Aww.
Yesterday, she
Alright,
was
and
really
so
hyped
what's
for
my
playing
setup
outside in
here?
the snow. Came inside
Oh, Alicia the
and
Monk.
immediately saw Franklin and tried to do a she tried to
Lavian
do
and
a
Cookie the
chase,
Wizard.
and it was literally like a pratfall. It was 4 paws in the air at once.
Oh yeah, no, we need to do the
sliding
proposition
onto her
first.
back,
Oh,
before that.
across
Okay.
part of a wood paneled floor and into a door. It was beautiful.
Oh.
And she
Yeah.
still got yelled at for chasing a cat
Yeah, that's
too.
up there.
So
It's hard to be a dog.
Yeah, okay.
and it was
Alicia and Lady
so
and the
funny.
Cat.
Oh,
that I had to
okay,
use
gotcha.
My, like yelling, like a growl, low voice,
then,
just to keep her from chasing the cat
Cookie
some
to
more.
Squire,
She
yes.
did
There
not
we go.
approve. So it was the kind of thing where I was saying like, "This was incredibly hilarious. You are a bad dog, but it was funny."
Alright, so here we're sending a couple of our folks on a little job. Let's get some free JP.
Free Pagey.
Pagey.
No Korean food.
I mean, Lighthouse is
Down the
nearby.
corner.
Yep. Alright, they did a job. Good job.
We have one of those like microwavable dokbokis.
Mm.
That was actually pretty good. That we grabbed from the Super H Mart. I have not eaten it yet.
Yeah, Aardvark, that was a really good fan art. I remember it.
Alright, so Alicia the Monk.
Mm-hmm.
Lavian to Wizard.
Robert! That was Wealthy's real human
Cookie
name.
to
I remember
Wizard.
things.
Alright, and
Was it?
Things. I thought so.
I thought it was our name, but not Robert.
Does Lavian needs to scroll, right?
Richard.
That's it.
Richard. I got it.
Mhm.
I'm all over it.
So Lavian needs. I'm assuming it's these.
Yes, Ether, Phoenix Down, Soft, Move, Find Item.
Chemist.
I'm not
Yes.
sure if it's There's a
Throw item.
slow one or not if it throws.
Elixir.
You can close this pause back up.
Yeah, but then I don't get the record.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
Aren't you clever?
I never got that. Clearly, I'm not the only one.
All right. So Alicia Scroll Priest, or let's see here, Lavian Scroll Wizard.
Okay, yeah, I already did
Okay.
Wizard for her.
So Alicia Scroll Priest
All right.
and Learn Holy. And Scroll Wizard.
There we go. Holy. Wizard.
And let's make this next one our last one.
Sure.
Yeah, we can do that. So the
Last
bolt.
battle?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty. We can do 2 more actually, because that'll
Okay.
be a kind of a good stopping point.
Okay.
So she needs what, bolt 1 through 4.
One, 2, 3, 4. Ice and Flare,
Oh, that's right.
and Magic Attack up.
Flare. Wait, did Lavian need ice 3? She does, doesn't she?
Yes.
Alright, that's right. Did I get magic attack? Or did I skip that? There we go. Alright, alright. What else?
Lavian gets item and Magic Attack up. And then Corey gets Short Charge. Cookie gets Short Charge and move +1.
Gotta alert it. That'll help. Alright, and items.
So
Let's see, I can just start
I'm so
best
glad that when
fitting
Chris
these.
and I stream every 7, we're not usually on mic because it's just literally
Alright.
yelling orchestral
Alright, cool.
music.
That's allowed.
Alright, I believe that should be good. So we'll do the next 2 fights here, because the one after this next one is fairly dramatic.
Draw.
And do you remember the flow of battle for this one?
Yeah, this one's pretty straightforward. Remind me of the positioning.
Okay, Ramsa in that corner, then Cookie to the left of Kim, then Lavian, then Corey.
And Corey, yeah. Positions are
Wiz
important.
Squad.
Yep. It's easy to mix them up because they do kind of all look the same.
Yes.
They're
Oh,
all
wow.
just wizards. So here's another battle that's just, hey, real monsters.
Hey,
Not
I'm
all
caught
real
up on
monsters.
Discovery, by the way. So
Oh, you
we'll
are?
talk
Oh my
about
gosh.
that at some
Oh,
point.
dang. Definitely.
And look, it's
Things happen in
Boko.
that show.
Yeah.
Boko the Choco.
Look at him! Look at his defeat!
And he does not join your party in this run.
Aww.
Best boy is definitely chief engineer. Second best boy is definitely his husband. And third best boy is
Yes.
definitely the captain.
Strong in a fight.
I don't dislike Captain Lorca.
I
think
like
he's okay.
Jason Isaacs, the actor.
That there,
And I like to think that this solidly puts Event Horizon into the Star Trek universe.
Is it done for this season? For this?
Done
Okay,
with the-
gotcha.
yeah, so.
It was season 1, part 1.
Well, winter break will be a good time to catch up on the TV I didn't want to actually subscribe to for a whole season.
Have you done MMO anime yet?
Not yet. I'm
Oh,
going
I
to get
haven't
to it.
Should do it! Oh! I haven't watched the last episode yet because I'm dying. This is like how I've never finished the Gotham Central run. Like, literally ever. I have 2 issues left and I will never finish it because it was so beautiful and pure. I just like that someone made Two-Face have a crush. That's the best.
Who did he have a crush on?
Shoot, why can't I remember her name? Help me.
Which one? Well, I don't remember the end of Gotham Central all that well.
Lesbian cop.
Oh, Renee.
Renee Montoya.
Oh, yes.
Wait, that's what the deal was with that arc? Oh,
Yeah,
I also
yeah.
didn't finish it.
Yeah, he had a big dumb crush on Renee Montoya, and Renee was having a hard time telling her parents about how she is a lesbian.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I remember that now. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he keeps sending her presents from prison and stuff. But
See, I didn't find that cute, which is why I
Well,
didn't.
he becomes a good guy and helps like excavate a bunch of people from a salvage site because he wants to be good because he has a crush on a good person. Boko,
Look at your butt.
I'm ready to burn him and kill his eggs.
Well, good news is we're just not even going to have him join. Nope.
Bye.
Sorry,
I
bud.
thought humans and monsters could be friends.
See, we don't have him join just so that we can avoid that entirely.
Yep. All right. So what's my step for this next one? I know it's a Time Magic Central.
Okay, so. Yep, Ramza the Monk. Which is not-
Let's see. He had very low Lancer JP, so
I just realized why my cake
does he
lost.
still go back?
Because I said it was Sweegie Woods, but it was actually Iroquois Woods.
Ooh.
Yep.
Shit.
You're so close.
Should have looked up
I don't remember what. I don't see what.
Okay, that's fine.
If-
Monk.
Only if Ramza was Lancer last fight. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Right.
So Ramza gets jump.
Okay.
Vera gets time magic, teleport, half of MP.
Time Magic Teleport. MP.
Cookie gets half of MP and time magic. And that's
Yeah,
it.
that
There's
could
no
Alright.
change.
I love Jason Isaacs
Alright,
since
and then
Event
position.
Horizon, so it was nice to
in
see
there.
him in space again. Number
Okay.
one. And two, I
Ramza,
kinda
front and
like
central.
having a untrustworthy captain, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I think that lends narrative
Alicia
power
to his
Michael's,
right.
like, storyline.
Vera behind, or not Vera, Corey behind her.
I think I feel the same similar
And
way
then
about
Cookie
Michael. That
all
I
the way to
really
the
like
top
her
left.
actress,
Alright, cool.
but the
Absolutely.
character is like that is going a lot farther than
Yeah.
the actual writing for the character.
She's just so serious that even when she gets cute moments, they're not as cute as
Yeah.
as cute Chief Engineer and his husband.
I guess they're.
And their moments are so cute.
I know. Yeah, there really isn't much like.
Oh shit, I'm glad we're stopping here because this fight is intense.
Yep.
Like fire at the circus.
So we've caught up to Delta and
Ah,
Ophelia,
there's the
and
princess.
they are surrounded, and we show up just in time.
Not as much Ophelia Agrius fic as I expected to see, to be
Really?
honest.
So Gafgarian's basically like, alright, well, it was our job to just murder them all, Ramza, so let's do it. And Delta's like, hey, Ramza, don't you think this is all a little messed up? Maybe you want to take a step back and do something about it? And Ramza's like, alright, no more innocent deaths. I'm not your friend anymore, Gafgarian. You're not my real dad.
No more innocent deaths in this Final Fantasy Tactics.
Let's all walk in place.
I like Delita's new outfit too, though.
Yeah.
He looks like a baller.
Yeah, his outfits get better, and then they get worse.
And then a lot of the rest of the game is Ramza struggling with what Delita's motives actually are. Like, is he working for the church? Is he working for one of the warring factions? We don't know, but he's still our friend. Remember that one time we played
Wait,
Grasswood together?
I don't want to do that. 'cause we gotta
You never
punch
forget
out Agrius.
Grasswood.
Sorry, girl. Alright, now. Get a little free XP.
Ophelia reacts not at all to this new development.
That was my friend, but, you know, he needed XP, so now I'm gonna go hide behind him.
Friend in heavy air quotes.
Yep, so if Avelia dies, it's game over, so we do that very particular position to get her to hide behind Ramza, so that she does not get owned. Ramza may not make it, but, you know, it's fine, don't worry about it.
Not gonna worry.
These guys are gonna beat up on Delta, and these guys are gonna beat up on Ramza, and everything's just gonna be fine and dandy.
Woo. So you're still using the similar blocking strategy.
Yeah,
But
it's
not
just
like-
this time it is with our own Ramza body.
Right, right.
So now we have a bit of a 3-turn timer to make sure he doesn't die. But good thing we have Meteor, so I don't want to put it there. It'll hit Avelia, but there, yeah, she's looking fine. And then just wait, and then you go all the way over here, and do that. There we go. Hope y'all like meteors.
I love them. Woo. That was a lot.
Yeah, so that's pretty much, I think, the only thing that Ophelia does.
Uh-huh.
She casts the full suite of good spells on herself, and then I think she'll cast it on another person if she gets a chance.
Yeah.
But usually she just spends her time resetting. So I think it's what, haste, regen,
Tact is in there.
Protect shell,
shell.
re-raise.
Yeah.
So if she, but like in this battle, if she dies, it's just game over. But generally, it's you come back to life after one round. All right, so there's half of them just wrecked by meteor, and here's the other half.
Yep.
Hooray!
And boom goes the dynamite.
Blammo!
And that's their call fouls.
Awesome.
All right.
Yep.
That was flawless.
That was actually really speedy for that. Yeah, we
Yeah,
had some
yeah.
really
Yeah,
slow
that
ones.
was really good setup for this. They can go a little wiggly sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's, a little past chapter 1. Here's the part where we sort of find an uneasy truce with
Wait,
our
hon.
boy Delta.
Does our second important scene come up right after this?
No, we got ways
okay.
before the next grass
Gotcha.
fleet scene.
Gotcha.
Darn. Well, nothing's stopping us.
Yeah, it's not till after the next battle.
Well, thank you everybody for joining. Thank you all so much for coming. This
Yeah.
was so
Of
much
course.
fun. I hope we can.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and thank you all for watching. And then we had some new viewers this time around. We'll be streaming next Sunday as well as on December 30th, where we'll have an all-day marathon to support our album campaign. If you are coming to MagFest, we'll be performing on January 5th, sometime in the afternoon. Please come out and see us there. We'd love to chat with you and show you what we're all about.
And it's good.
And it's good.
Yep.
Oh, so what's the next stream next week?
The next stream is Pyre, and so we're just not going to.
Very
I'm
good.
not going to watch because I still want to play that game.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Pyre
so
is,
many winter break
wonderful.
plans that I'm
Yeah.
not going to follow through on.
Hey.
I bought like 7 books for myself. I've created an impossible world.
All right, everybody. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you next week.
Bye.